This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator Wendy at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates for items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, back. We're back, we're back, we're back. We're live on Jewellery Maker. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, back. We're live on Jewellery Maker. That song needs to be recorded. It needs to be distributed. It needs to be copyrighted. And I want to get paid for that. Okay, I'm not getting any feedback from the team there. Okay. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. I'm Carol. I'm with you for the next hour with the lovely Debbie Bulford. What do you reckon, Debbie? Yeah, see. What do you reckon to this, Debbie? Debbie Bulford, our supposed guest designer, our expert. She's gone. She's gone.
I'm confused.
Let's go and sit there. Pretend to be Debbie for a second. Thank you. This isn't Michael, the tech op. This is Debbie Bulford. Hello, Debbie.
Hiya, how you doing?
Debbie, you got a very low voice.
Hiya, how you doing?
Thank you, Debbie. What are you going to be showing us in this hour, Debbie?
Probably
Do the voice. Do the voice.
Some kumahimo.
And some
Polymer
clay.
clay
And
as
some
well.
chain mail.
Chain mail, because I like chain mail.
Thank you, Debbie. Thank you, Debbie.
No problem.
Thank you. Get off, Michael. No one believes you. Right, okay. We've got loads coming up in this next hour. No, Debbie, God love her, she's going to be doing this show, and she did the last show as well, so she's going to have a sandwich and a lie down in a darkened room. When's this coming up? 10 minutes! My goodness me! Coming up in 10 minutes' time, Wapa Chica! Hola, Wapa Chica! Amazing, amazing, amazing quality. Look at that, it's all one! The most glorious shell flower coming up in about 10 minutes' time. I can't wait to bring you this incredibleness. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Oh my goodness me. So that's all going to be coming your way. If you're brand new to Jewellery Maker today, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to have you with us today. It really, really is. I'll tell you very, very briefly in a couple of seconds what you get free with your first order. If you're brand new to us, we know we're going to have a lot of new customers this over the next week or so, purely because people are watching us because they're on their Easter holidays. Maybe you're going to be looking after the kids or the grandkids and you'd normally be at work or you'd normally be doing something else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name's Caroline, with you for the next hour. We want to be your one-stop shop for everything Jewellery Maker related. We do, and we will be. I know. We will be. Right, okay, first deal is for your incredible French wire. If you're looking at this thinking, I've got a clue what this is, don't worry, do not worry. What you've got here essentially is a very, very fine wire which has been coiled round a mandrel, so a long, thin pole, as it were, to create lots and lots of tiny little springs. It feels wonderfully decadent. It feels just like a fabric. It's absolutely glorious. And if I just show you the end of one of these, actually, just to make it a bit easier. This is what this looks like when you start to pull it apart. Okay, so you basically have a really lovely, long, thin coil of wire. It's absolutely amazing stuff. What it tends to be used for is tiny little strips of this, maybe about 1 centimetre's worth, will be cut off to protect the ends of your necklaces. So if I can just show you very, very briefly, just here, a necklace here, which one of our budding beaders has made. There's part of the necklace here, where your threading material comes through the jump ring and then back over again and through the crimp bead. This piece here, this tiny piece of wire that connects that bead to the jump ring there, is under quite a lot of pressure. If you just use beading thread, or if you use your Eslon thread, that's absolutely fantastic, but it can put quite a bit of pressure on the threading material. If you cut a little strip off and use your French wire over the top of your threading material, it protects it and it gives your piece of jewellery that much more of a longevity quality, which is wonderful. Got to bring the price on screen, $6.95. Loads of people coming through. I know. It's silver plated as well. These are all 12-inch strands you're going to be getting here. Fantastic, fantastic quality. Thank you for all your texts this morning as well. We've had loads of people texting through today. We've had the most amazing show so far with the lovely Donna Cato and Cara Jane as well, and Debbie Bulford. It's just been a polymer and Cato clay mayhem. It's been absolutely wonderful, and we've got a brand new texture stamp coming up in today's show as well, which is going to be amazing. Sari in Hertfordshire says, will you just behave yourselves? I do love you guys, but you're not helping my broken ribs. Laughter is not good. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. But I guess we need to add that to the list, don't we? If you don't want to buy and you don't want to laugh, don't watch. Because honestly, you'll always end up buying. Always, always, always. Oh, I just need that. Just add that. Just need that. It's like me walking into a shop that sells chocolates and someone saying, don't buy anything. Stupid of you, isn't it? Of course I'm going to do it. Of course I'm going to do it. Well done, every single one of you there. Just wonderful. Now, if you are brand new to Jewellery Maker today, you get a number of things free with your first order, including a free Get Started with Jewellery Maker DVD. It's about an hour long. Lots of information on here. Designed for people who've never made a piece of jewellery in their entire lives. Everything from how to knot elastic to how to make earrings and bracelets and jewellery information. Lots of information about our basics toolkit, which is just $9.95, which I'll show you in a couple of seconds. And also threading materials, things like beading thread and wire, and also information on findings, which are the bits which hold your pieces of jewellery together. Also, a Get Started with Jewellery Maker booklet, free with your first order. Information on findings there, which are the bits which hold your piece of jewellery together. Threading materials, there's tutorials at the back. There's our toolkit. Oh no, hang on. Where's the toolkit? Hang on. Where's the toolkit? There's the toolkit. $9.95 from our call centre or from Live Help. Everything you need to start making your pieces of genuine gemstone jewellery. That's all free with your first order. Okay, you also get a copy of the JM Hub magazine, which is the monthly magazine, full of lots of ideas, lots of great bargains in there as well, fantastic deals and information on what's coming up over the next few months in workshops and gemstones, launches, absolutely fantastic magazine. They're a monthly magazine, which is all wonderful. All of that free with your first order. Next. Make the most of our YouTube channel as well. All of our live shows go onto our YouTube channel at the end of every single show, so you can watch back and be inspired by our guest designers and make those pieces of jewellery from the kits that we've got. It's all wonderful. Right, fantastic. Your chance now to get 10 metres of silver-plated copper wire. Okay, so we have in the past bought you silver coloured wire. This is actual silver-plated, so precious metal-plated wire. You're going to be getting 10 metres of it in total. This is one of the thickest gauges of wires that we do. Our thickest gauge that we've ever done, I think, has been 2mm gauge. Then we've done 1.5mm gauge. And this is 1.25mm gauge wire. So it's really nice thick wire. But you can still form it into your shapes, into your template shapes, into your cuff and bangle shapes. You can even make kind of big jump rings out of it should you want to as well. Sorry, I'm just wrapping it around my fingers just so you can see how fluid it is and how malleable it is as well. You can work hard on it. You can even try twisting with it if you wanted to. Fantastic gauge of wire to use, especially if you're going to be making a big structural piece like a cuff or a torque style necklace or a big fat pendant. Fantastic quality. 10 metres in total, which is a lot when we're talking about precious metal plated wire. £7.95p we're going down. Down to Bargain Town. Now, because it is 1.25mm gauge wire, it is going to be quite heavy, but you're only paying £2.95 P&P per order, not per item. So the order lasts for the entire day. Add it onto your order, under £6. Loads of you coming through to get this well done. I've got a couple of people multi-buying as well, which is fantastic. Well done, every single one of you coming through to get that. I've got a collector in Holland coming through to get these well done. I've got collectors in Cleveland who are multi-buying as well. Hampshire who are multi-buying as well. Nottinghamshire, Greater Manchester, Essex. Loads of people coming through. Well done. If you do want to add more than one of these to your order, just speak to the call centre and say, can I add 2 of those, please? Or click on the quantity button that goes into your basket on our website, JewelleryMaker.com. It's simple, it's easy to get involved. Well done. Less than 50 chances available now. Lee in Cardiff just got 3 loads of these. Well done. Amazing. It's not bad, is it, when we look at these incredible kind of price points? When you see deals like this, you've just got to add them to your order. Well done, every single one of you there. Well done. Sip of water there. Thank you very much. Okay. Julie in Lancashire says, can't do any jewellery making this week, busy decorating. Still watching JM though, from Julie in Fleetwood. Fantastic. What are you decorating? You didn't put that in. What are you decorating? What's been your biggest DIY kind of job? Michael, are you a DIY man?
I put 2 shelves.
You put up 2 shelves?
Yeah.
Did you use a spirit level?
No.
Didn't need one. Just pro. My husband is not a DIY man. I love him dearly. Am I? No. My husband didn't own a hammer till about 3 years ago, and I bought him a hammer for Christmas, which is a weird thing to buy. It was like a stocking filler kind of thing. Because up until then, all of our pictures in our house are hung up with nails which have been hammered into the wall by the heel of his work shoe. We tried to use a tin of beans once to hammer, but then we punctured the tin and there was just tomato juice everywhere. So the heel of his work shoe, that's how DIY minded I am. Decorating, I've tried it. It's not that good. I've done a big kind of wall of sticker things in my eldest daughter's bedroom. That was nice. Quite stressful though, you want to get it right. Anyway, fantastic. Right, coming up in just a couple of seconds. Do not go anywhere. It is time for the beautiful shell flower pendant here. This is absolutely incredible. I can't wait to bring you this. It's coming up in literally a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere. Can't quite believe this. I can't quite believe this. What we're looking at here is a layered, carved shell flower. Check out the quality. The pearlescent notes there. Especially this one here, look. The black shell quality that's kind of going around the edge is giving you all those beautiful purples, greens. Oh, wow, it's like the Northern Lights. Like the Aurora Borealis. It's absolutely unbelievable quality shell here. You're going to be getting 3 flowers which have been layered on top of each other and they've been adhered with a resin compound. I am absolutely in love with this. I'm looking, it doesn't have any drill holes in. It makes it absolutely perfect to set into something, to set, just to adhere onto a plain bezel back. I'm thinking about using this maybe in a fascinator or in a tiara. I mean, this is absolutely glorious. Debbie, this is beautiful, isn't it?
It's beautiful. I think I would just put a brooch pin on the back. And use
a
brooch pin.
Oh,
and just use it on a beautiful scarf or something. It's lovely.
Isn't it just?
It is beautiful.
I'm just looking at the detailing on here as well. It's just incredible. I mean, it's so three-dimensional because it looks so three-dimensional because, of course, it is three-dimensional. That gorgeous quality is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. Now, when we bring you something like this on JM, of course, it's going to attract a lot of interest because it is that little bit different. If I tell you now, we started off with 150 of these. Already, almost half the quantity has already been allocated. entirely to web bidders. No, actually, we've got a couple of telephone bidders coming through already, which is great. The reason why I've got significantly more web bidders coming through for this rather than telephone bidders is because on the web you can see the price. You'd be forgiven for thinking that something like this, which has obviously had so much work and time and energy poured into it, that it's going to be a bit more considered a purchase, perhaps 20, 30, 40 pounds, perhaps even more. Today, this is going under £10. £5.95. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This is absolutely flying out the door. Congratulations to every single one of you there. How amazing is that? What a price as well, Debbie. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it?
That's excellent. I mean, if you did put a brooch pin on the back, you know the lovely necklaces we had on earlier?
Oh,
that
yes.
just had the screw.
Yes.
You could put that through the brooch pin, so you have it as a necklace, or you have it as a brooch.
Simple.
You can, really, but I don't think it needs anything else, does it really? It's stunning as it is.
Oh, someone's texting and saying it would look beautiful on a belt.
Yeah, it would actually.
Wouldn't it just? I'm thinking if you wanted to maybe upcycle something which you've already got, maybe a plain belt or a plain cardigan or a plain hat. Imagine this on a absolutely beautiful quality. Maybe even adhere to, if you've got a plain pair of court shoes or something, that'd be nice.
Yeah, or an evening bag. Be nice, wouldn't it?
Clutch bag.
Yeah, really
yes. Nice. Jane in Essex. Love this flower design. It's beautiful, and I'm going to attach it to a blank bangle from JM. Love, love, love. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Right back at you, Jane. Great idea. Fantastic. Wendy's with us. Hi, Wendy. Wendy Woo, who organises all of our incredible workshops here at JM Studios. Here she is. There she is. She's going to give us a quick wipe. She loves being in front of camera. She absolutely loves it. There she is. There she is. Where are you going, Wendy? Well, we're going over there, Wendy. Wendy, you go back over there with the ladies for a minute. Oh, go on then, Wendy. How are you? I love this lady. I love this lady. What workshops have we got coming up this month? What are we excited about?
Well, this month, we're coming towards the end of the month, so we've got an introduction to Jewellery Maker making it on Friday, so we've still got a few places left. And we've got more for next month. We've got exciting new ones as well. So we've got Gemma Crow's workshop. Go onto the website and you know, click onto workshops.
She loves it. We need to give her her own show, really. And who have you brought with you today, Wendy?
I have the lovely Immediate Media crew from the Craft
Yay!
magazine.
Oh, fantastic. Hello, ladies. I see you've got the email about the grey tops. They've all got exactly the same top. It's amazing. Fantastic. So you're all from different craft magazines or all from the same?
Different. All different. Yeah.
Can you shout out which craft magazines you're from?
I'm from Molly Makes.
From Molly Makes.
The World of Cross Stitching.
The World of Cross Stitching.
Can't Make Your Paper Craft.
Can't Make Your Paper Craft. This is amazing.
And I'm the buyer.
The Buyer. That's a different magazine altogether. But there we go. So there's 4 lovely ladies there from Immediate Media. Lovely to have you with us today. Thank you so much.
They've made some beautiful jewellery already.
You've been making jewellery?
Yeah.
Oh my word, they've been making jewellery. Can we get a shot of those, Michael? Sorry, Mike. Oh, are we? This is like the close-up of close-up shots. They're making beautiful jewellery as well. Thank you. Have you enjoyed yourself? Oh, brilliant. I think that's a general yes. Fantastic. We'll come and see you after the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Bye, Wendy. Thank you. Amazing. This is fantastic. Since we've teamed up with Immediate Media, all of a sudden it's just opened our doors to all of these incredible different crafts. So whether it's paper craft, whether it's cross stitching, whether it's Molly Makes, whether it's all these incredible different crafts. It's wonderful to have them with us. Great. We need some kind of an anthem, I think, to sing when we have people from Immediate Media coming through. I don't know what it would be. To the tune of maybe The Bear Came Over the Mountain. I don't know. Just to a well-known tune. I don't know. Julie in Lancashire. Hi, we're decorating the lounge. Oh, that's a pivotal room in the house. Julie's saying that she's got us on today. She's not buying because she's decorating. Decorating the lounge.
Big job that, isn't it, really?
It is, isn't it?
It's got to be perfect, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be absolutely perfect. So we've had a lot of people texting in about the 3. Of course, we are Jewellery Makers. Sorry. So yes, let's bring it back to jewellery making. Sorry. It is 1 flower with 3 layers. Okie dokie. Just so you know, 1 flower with 3 layers. Glorious quality there. So they're all adhered together. Beautiful. How could you create that into a pendant? I suppose you'd have to glue it onto a backing, wouldn't you? Onto a backing fabric,
Yeah, we had
maybe?
some bails on this morning, didn't we? Some little heart
We
bails.
did.
You could adhere a bail onto the back of there without any problem at all. Or if you hadn't got any bails and you had some backing fabric or some felt, you could put a little spiral of wire and then secure that with the felt or something on top.
Goodness me. Yeah, absolutely. Michael, could you be a bit quieter with your mini eggs, please? I know it's Easter, but come on.
What mini eggs?
Well, you're rustling around a packet over there. Could you be a bit quieter? This is a professional outfit.
Okay.
Other Easter treats are available, such as Cadbury cream eggs and Lindt chocolate bunnies. Favourite chocolate, Debbie Bulford?
Oh, there's only one, isn't there? That's, I can't say the name of it, can I really?
What does it begin with?
C.
What, in the purple? Yeah, I know.
There's only one, isn't there? Only one.
That's amazing, isn't it? I love chocolate. I don't think about chocolate. It's going to be my downfall. Death by chocolate, I know it is.
Oh, they're pretty.
I know.
Oh, they're lovely.
I know. Oh! Should we count them? Let's not. Oh my goodness me. Approximately 980 spacer beads. Gee whiz, this is like a city of spacer beads. Absolutely incredible qualities. These are silver flash plated copper beads here, 2 millimeters in diameter, close to 1,000 qualities here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. These are the kind of little spacer beads which look brilliant. I'd love Sue JG budding beader. These are the kind of qualities which look fantastic on necklaces like this, where you've got maybe a pearl necklace and she's used larger and smaller pearls in alternating in an alternating pattern, and then in between each one of the pearls, look, beautiful little silver spacer beads. See them? It looks great, doesn't it? Just finishes off those qualities, and it gives you the illusion of having a knotted pearl quality as well. It gives you that little flash of precious metal as well. Sometimes a little flash of precious metal is all that you need, just like a little suggestion, if you like. And beautiful, beautiful quality. Again, because these are precious metal plated, you can absolutely, if you want to, make an entire bracelet and necklace and earring suite just using these beads. You don't need to use gemstones at all. 25 opportunities available. I've already got people coming through to get this. Amazing price point, £7.95p. Something like this in your collection is so useful to have, isn't it, Debbie?
Oh, yes. And you'll go to it time and time again. Because I think sometimes the gemstones, they're beautiful, but to get the full beauty, you need to separate them.
Yeah, yeah.
And each individual stone, then you can see. But that's not going to take away from the beauty of the stone. It's just going to enhance it.
If you've got a... Oh, but these... Literally just pick those up. If you've got gemstones which you need a lot of light and energy to get into them, gemstones, to kind of maximise them, like these, then the spacer beads are absolutely perfect for those kind of qualities, because of course they will act as the little spacer bars in between the gemstones. These are coming up now. I bought you these the other day. Amazing quality. Pyramids of clear quartz. Incredible, incredible genuine gemstone quality. I'm not even going to attempt to put those beads back in there because that's just going to go horribly wrong. I haven't got a leather board. I'm just going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. That's fine. So, clear quartz pyramids here. Don't you just love them? Don't you just love them? So, of course, a pyramid's going to have a square bottom, and then you're going to have 4 triangular sides going up to a point. They are oh my word, look at that recording. Incredible. Now, because this is quartz, and it is clear colourless quartz, expect to get a huge amount of transparency, but clarity-wise, they're not going to be eye clean at all. No, because these are enormous clear quartz pyramids. So expect to see, as you can see in that top right-hand corner there, mineral additions, mineral inclusions. You're going to get those. You're absolutely going to get those. If you didn't have them, then I'd question as to whether it was a genuine gemstone quality or not. With quartz, because these are genuine gemstone qualities, and because it is colourless, and because these facets are so gigantic, you can see right into the soul of the genuine gemstone, you are going to get these wonderful mineral inclusions. And it's going to leave no doubt in anybody's minds as to whether these are genuine gemstones or not. They are 100% genuine gemstones. Clear quartz in these kind of sizes and shapes It's extremely difficult to bring you. It's also extremely wasteful to cut a pyramid shape. If you can imagine the size of the initial gemstone, of the original gemstone, to get this kind of pyramid shape, the size of the initial gemstone would have been absolutely gigantic. Beautiful quality. I love this colourless quality as well. I think I bought these two with Linda the other day, and she suggested just popping them on a piece of chain and wearing them as really long opera-length earrings. Can you imagine? They just act as pendulums, wouldn't they? They just swing absolutely beautifully. Wonderful, wonderful quality here. Amazing price. I've already got lots of people coming through to get these. £11.95p. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Gorgeous quality, aren't they? I've got an Easter themed joke for you. So apparently, have you heard in... I'm really bad at telling jokes, by the way. Really, really bad. Have you heard in Egypt, they've uncovered an Egyptian tomb, and it's a mummy covered in chocolate. Have you not? Mm-hmm. Apparently, it dates back to around the time of Ferrero Rocher.
Oh dear. Very good.
Ferrero Rocher. Oh, it's a good one, isn't it? Hey, it's the way I tell them. I think it's all in the timing, storytelling. It's all in the storytelling, Carol. Oh, here we go. Thank goodness someone's texted in with a sensible suggestion. I would hang these in the window for sun rays. Nice idea.
Yeah. I think they would make an absolutely fabulous cocktail ring.
Oh,
because of the way it's been drilled at the bottom. Imagine it standing. Oh, fab.
A full-on cocktail like Miss Piggy ring.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine that? Wow, can you imagine people's face if you were to flounce into a room with a ring? Oh my word, yes, 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 yes. Oh my word, that looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it?
If you were to Tiffany set it as well, if you're a wire worker and you were to Tiffany set that gemstone, oh my goodness me, that would be amazing. Yes, Carol, you're quite right. I really shouldn't be watching as I can't make anything or work. But you guys got me addicted. What can I do? I just can't resist your bargains and your banter keeps me going. Banter? It's very kind of you to say it's banter. It's actually just very poorly executed jokes and things. It's just car crash TV. You just can't help but watch, can you? What do you mean you can't make jewellery, by the way? You've got to be able to... Anyone can make jewellery. Fantastic. Well done to everyone there. My niece has her own tool shed. Nice. And has decorated her nephew's bedroom with cartoon characters, all hand-painted. Oh, you see, that's dedication to the cause. That's amazing. That's awesome, isn't it? I'd love to be able to do that. I'd love to have the know-how to do. I can't hand draw things. You're very artistic, aren't you, Debbie?
Yeah, I hand drew a Winnie the Pooh frieze for my little boy's room when he was born.
Oh.
So I couldn't find one anywhere, so I did it all. Pooh
Oh,
and
how
Tigger and all that. Yes.
Oh, how beautiful.
Loved it.
Probably wouldn't appreciate it now, would he?
No, probably not. No.
How old is he?
23 and 6'3".
I'd be worried
Not
if he did. Elaine, what thread would I use for threading pearls, please? Debbie.
Well, we had the knotting thread on this morning, didn't we? Or the very, very, very fine Eslon thread you can use. Depends how big the pearl hole is. If it's shell pearl, you can get quite a thick thread through. But if it's cultured pearls, you need something really, really fine, don't you?
Yes, absolutely. But yes, I think the Eslon thread.
Is it a 0.3 or a point?
Oh, goodness me!
Is it finer than that?
It might even be finer than that, but it is specifically made for pearl knotting and pearl threading. So yes, either your Eslon thread. What about the wildfire thread? That's designed for pearls, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah,
yes,
so you could use that. That came from the chasms of my mind. But go on to our website, JewelleryMaker.com. There are lots and lots of different threading materials on there, because I know that the Eslon thread in the bundle that we bought you earlier on has sold out. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Has sold out, so unfortunately that has gone. But go to our website, JewelleryMaker.com. We should be able to get that. Sorry, itchy nose, dust. Itchy nose apparently means that there's going to be an amazing price point. It's amazing how life works, isn't it? Now, no one is laughing or even reacting to any of my jokes, so it just shows you how bored I make everyone. Just, oh, it's Carol again, oh no. Jasper, one of the most amazing gemstone families on planet Earth. Am I right or am I right, Michael? I am.
You're right.
Thank you.
Okay.
No, it's the right thing. Of course you weren't paying attention. No one ever pays attention to me. I'm just here like the teacher out of Charlie Brown. I am. Honestly, I think that's what I am to my daughters sometimes. Because I talk to her and she looks through me when I talk to her. Am I really that boring? Get bored of the sound of my own voice. Do you get all of these, Dion? 2 lads. Now, these come on a temporary strand. This is Jasper. Believe it or not, this is all natural Jasper. Love, love, love this gorgeous quality. You can separate these all of these out. You can use a little spacer beads, you know, the ones I bought you just a few minutes ago. That one there, that lot there, that lot there. Sorry, Maggie. That lot there. Use them as the spacer beads in between these to separate them out. You can do. You could take, if you wanted to, the smaller ones or the larger ones, the central kind of little... the central little cluster of them, if you like, and cluster those together. You can use them all separately. You can alternate the sizes. You're getting 2 lots of these. Isn't it amazing to think this is all Jasper? I absolutely love, love, love Jasper, especially fancy Jasper. So many different tones and colours in here. $9.95 is amazing, isn't it? Not your deal. Not your deal. Here we go. 70 carats in total. $5.95. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. Just imagine, Debbie, being able to get, you know, that gorgeous matte chain we had in the last hour.
I was just thinking that, actually, that would look stunning with it, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
Look perfect, yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily need to do anything
no,
special with it. This is a classic case of the gemstones doing all the work for you, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. The graduation's already been done. There's no point messing around with it. Just leave it exactly as it is.
And can you see how they've been cut? They haven't been cut straight. They've got that little kind of, kind of tapered end to them as well, haven't they? Which is just lovely.
They'd be lovely wired around one of those big rose gold rings, so they actually went round the ring.
Oh, well, that's a great idea. In the last hour, we bought you these gorgeous rose gold plated copper jump rings, and I love Debbie's idea about wire wrapping them around. Oh yes. Oh look at that. That is absolutely perfect for that. Oh my word. Yes. And that could be your bottom, the bottom of the pendant, couldn't it?
Yeah. Nice.
Just wire wrap them on. Fantastic trick. I don't know if we've still got the details for that, but if we do, speak to the call centre or live help. That was a pack of 30 jump rings, so you're going to be getting 2 different designs there. Those are the larger ones I've just shown you. These are the smaller ones. Again, you can wire wrap them onto there as well. Oh my, earrings. Oh yes. Earrings. Add them onto your order. Go for it. Well done. 11 chances remaining there at $5.95. Fantastic treat for you today. It's not just the ones that I'm holding you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting all these ones as well. Greens, blues, pinks, purples, oranges. Jump rings, the deals for your jump rings are at the bottom of your screen there. Amazing deal. Well done, everyone. Lots and lots and lots of people coming through to get that. Well done. Yeah. I got it, honey. So sorry, Becky. Becky is literally only a few days into the job and I'm already scattering everything across the desk. So sorry. Is she over there? No, she's not. Wonder if she can hear me. Becky? Yeah? Sorry. Sorry about all the mess I'm making. Oh, there she is. Coming down the alley of shame. There she is. I'm sorry about all the mess. I'm sorry. Well, at least I didn't throw the boxes on the floor like I did on Cassie's last day.
Oh, yes.
That was mega embarrassing. Sorry, Becky. Okay, 0.25mm gauge wire. This is... I've watched that with my nose. I reckon there's dust. I think we need like a deep clean in this studio. We need something, don't we?
Yeah, do.
Anyway, 0.25... Just my personal opinion there. Been back in the building for literally like a week and I'm already barking orders at people. We need a deep clean! 0.25mm gauge wire here. This is the finest gauge wire that we can offer you here on Jewellery Maker. It's absolutely perfect for your dainty tiara work, for your really, really fine filling work, and it's almost so fine that it's a thread. Do you know what I mean, Debbie? Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, actually, but it's quite nice if you don't want the wire to show up too much. Like if you wanted to wire wrap around that jump ring,
yes,
but you didn't want the wire to fill in that lovely coil. That's fine enough to take every one and wind it, but it will disappear.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It is the like I said, the finest gauge of wire that we can offer you here on Jewellery Maker. It is perfect and an absolute essential for your wire work. It's extremely strong. It's very, very pliable. Of course, you can obviously twist it together as well to create a 1/2 mil gauge of wire as well. I've only got 15 chances left. Goodness me. Okay, price point here you are. It's amazing. And it's 100 metres that you get as well, which is absolutely wonderful. Well done. 100 metres of your 0.25mm gauge copper wire. Absolutely glorious. My absolute favourite colour for wire as well, which you may or may not care about. Jack in Merseyside said, you're going to be kissed or vexed if your nose is itchy. So my mum says, oh, I better pucker up. Everyone's going, what? Don't worry, all right, I'm not going to stop kissing anyone. All by myself. Don't want to be all by myself. Key change. All by myself. Key change. Don't want to be all by. All right, everyone. Okay. All right, everyone. Could it be... Liz, great idea, this. Could it be the Donna Kato magic dust that's tickling your nose, Carol? I'd bottle that. Such a great show. Now, and now you and Debbie. I know, the fun never ends. It could be Donna Kato's magic dust, couldn't it?
It could be. It could be, indeed.
She does. She is the kind of lady, I want her in my life.
She's so calm. She's got a good sense of humour as well.
She has, hasn't she? She's really lovely.
She's not what people imagine at all.
What do you think people imagine?
They're quite in awe of her. Do you know what I mean?
She is pretty amazing, though.
Yeah, but she.
Were you quite nervous about meeting her?
First time, yes.
A bit of a kind of a star, a bit like a star moment.
Yes, I asked her to sign my book, and she was very nice because some people don't. But she's usually on these weekends they have sort of everybody sits tutors' tables and everybody else, but she doesn't. She comes and sits in the middle of everybody. You know, she's really lovely. She's a lovely lady.
Lovely. And Cara Jane's lovely as well, isn't she?
She's a very talented lady.
So talented. We're just surrounded, just dripping in talent today. Obviously with Debbie Bulford as well. Fantastic. 6 chances left. Well done, everyone. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Right, okay. We gotta move on. We gotta move on. Now, Debbie.
Yes, see.
Linda Brummel.
Yes.
Love that lady.
She's
been here since the beginning of time.
I don't know about that.
I think that you have been here almost since the beginning of time as well, Debbie.
Almost.
When did you come into Jewellery Maker? How old was...
It started in the May and I joined in the October.
Oh, I think we're splitting hairs. I think Debbie pretty much is part of the furniture. In the nicest possible way.
Thank you. It's an old settee in the corner.
Oh, the familiarity.
Yeah.
No. Have you seen this gemstone before?
I don't think I have, actually. It looks like other gemstones, but obviously not.
Shall we play the same game that we played with Linda the other day? The guess where this gemstone is from game. Because honestly, Linda was sitting... Don't you dare look at the graphics. Linda was sitting on that chair, that very seat.
Yes.
When I told her where this gemstone was from, she almost fell off her chair. Okay. Right. So this is Herkimer quartz. Amazing, isn't it? Just beautiful. Looks very, very angular, really edgy, very contemporary. It's bright, it's beautiful, it's so brilliant in its crystalline structure as well. What you effectively have here is an amazing genuine gemstone with one of the most unusual crystalline structures imaginable. You get almost like a double-ended quality. So what you have here is almost a mirror image at the top and bottom of the gemstone. you'll notice that the facets, these natural rough nuggets, which are, well, to call them rough nuggets implies that they're kind of rough and possibly not as bright and glossy and as shiny as a highly polished gemstone quality. But you can see as I'm moving this strand, as I'm kind of tilting, as I'm twisting this incredible strand, the light that's coming off it is quite simply amazing, isn't it? It looks very, very much like a diamond. In fact, this gemstone has been referred to as the Herkimer diamond. Now, Debbie, I don't know about you, but whenever I think about where gemstones are mined, I always think of places like Kaka, which is in the middle of nowhere. I think about vast kind of deserts, or the lapis lazuli mines in Afghanistan on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border, which is in the middle of nowhere. You know, a 3-day trek by mule to the nearest village. Where do you reckon this gemstone is from? Do you think about the same kind of thing when you think about gemstone mining?
Yeah, I do actually. I think gemstones are always in those places that are difficult to get to and a bit inhospitable, and you've got to fight to get them.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Where do you reckon this is? Okay, it's from America. Do you want to know where in America it's from?
Yes, please.
Reaction shot. I'm not joking. New York.
No.
I know.
Whereabouts in New York?
Just New York. It's New York. I don't know the exact location of the mine, Debbie. It is New York. Does it matter? The Statue of Liberty! The mine shafts go down under... No, it's from New York. How incredible is that?
Wow. Let's get my sister to go and have a look.
It is absolutely astonishing, 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 astonishing. Now,
gosh,
the price point for this is even more amazing than the gemstone itself. Okay, because when I look at a strand like this, I'm thinking, yeah, it looks like a diamond. It's got that look, it's got that luxury, it's got that edginess. $11.95 is not your price. Well, we can't take the price up. I can't believe it. It's absolutely mesmerising. $8.95. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Debbie, if you're looking for your pad and pen, just calm down.
Sorry.
It's going to sell out. $8.95. Amazing, 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 amazing. Herkimer quartz. What a sensational quality. I know, Carol. I've got my hand up nicely. Jenny and Mosley. Jenny and Mosley, it's no good doing that. Gemma in Somerset. New York. I know. I know. Debbie Bulford didn't know, though.
I didn't.
Learn something new every day. Isn't that incredible?
That is incredible. Wow.
Wowza. Wowza. Deborah in Somerset, I got mine Herkimer quartz in the post this morning. Oh, that must be the one that we had at the weekend. They really are lovely and I can't wait to use them. Loving the show. Deb's in West Somerset. Brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, we had a strand of Herkimer quartz on Saturday's show. They all sold out. I think it was the same kind of price point. I think it might have been $8.95. And oh my goodness me. Just the amount of life energy. And do you know what? Linda came up with a really interesting point, actually. It looks like where it's from. It looks like New York. It looks glamorous. It looks edgy.
Yeah,
it looks...
It does. Yeah, I know what she means.
Really kind of, I don't know, confident.
Yeah.
Confident in its own skin. Look at that central gemstone there. And look at the lustre coming from that central facet. Can you see that? Amazing. I'm just opening mine. Jenny again, says Jenny in the West Midlands. Oh, Jenny and Mosley, brilliant. Open it up. Do it. Do it. Herkimer quartz, honestly. This incredible genuine gemstone has got it all. We launched it almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years ago on the 25th of May. Because that's when I went on maternity leave to go and have Hattie, my eldest daughter. She's going to be 3 in August. I can't actually believe that. Makes me feel a little bit ill. Definitely not having any more children. No more. Well done, everyone. Absolutely incredible. Oh, goodness me. So, Debbie, what have you got planned over Easter? Anything nice?
Don't know. Visit family and just have a rest. I feel as though I've been on the go for about 10 days and I feel as though I want just to rest. It'd be rather nice.
Flop.
Yes.
Nice. I'm organising an Easter egg hunt around my mum and dad's garden. Obviously, the Easter bunny's real, but... there are no children that live at their house, so we've got to do an Easter egg hunt around their garden. The Easter bunny's hopefully going to come to our house. Be amazing. So we're going to be doing that on Sunday, which is going to be good. I'm here on Bank Holiday Monday for the Bank Holiday Bonanza. It's going to be amazing. But Easter weekend's going to be absolutely incredible on JM. Right, here we go. So, kyanite, graduated, faceted rondelles. This incredible genuine gemstone has come through so much to be here today. I mean, this has come on one of the most amazing journeys of any gemstone. Can I just confirm where this is from, please, Dion? The premium prime location for this gem. I'd like you to imagine the world 50, 70 million years ago. I'd like you to imagine the world, how different this world would have looked. This gemstone, when it started off its formation, would have been under the sea. Would have been under the sea. Now, as the huge tectonic plates and continental shelves collide, that's when you get huge, enormous mountain ranges like the Himalayas, which is where this gemstone is from. This gemstone is mined on the rooftops of the world in Nepal, in the foothills of Mount Everest. And when you consider that when this gemstone started off life, it was under the sea, what a journey to go from arguably the lowest point on Earth to one of the highest points on Earth. And in fact, if you walk in the Himalayas, you can sometimes find, and actually some of the mountain ranges in the UK, actually, you can actually find fossilized sea creatures and mountain ranges. And you thought, well, how on earth did they get there? Because once those mountain ranges were once under the sea, embedded under the sea. This incredible genuine gemstone is 100% natural. It forms in shards, it forms in microscopically thin layers, making this gemstone incredibly difficult to facet, incredibly difficult to drill. We are limited to just a few strands of this gemstone a year. I love it. It's £14.95p. Don't even go there. Dion says, no, it's blue, it's going lower. Under £10 today for genuine Nepalese kyanite, one of the rarest of the rares and one of the, well, actually, I'm going to stick my neck out, the best location in the world to get your kyanite from, because this is kyanite from the Himalayas. Absolutely the premium location for your kyanite, 100% natural as well. It looks like sapphire, it looks like iolite, it looks like tanzanite, it looks like so many other genuine gemstones. It's got a beautiful silvery tone going through it as well, which of course all those microscopic layers. That is going to sell out within the next couple of seconds. Well done, all of you there. Fantastic. Okay. That's, oh, blimey, please, please, please check your baskets out because that is going to sell out in just a couple of seconds. Well done. Elastic. Fantastic. Elastic. Made of plastic. It's, what else rhymes with elastic? Come on, Michael. You're not just gymnastic elastic. I knew he was here for a reason. Dion's thinking she can't think of any more. Well, you are heavily pregnant, you know. Your brain is starting to turn to mashed potato, don't forget. Mine has not even recovered. Loads and loads and loads of your gorgeous elastic here. 10 metres on each one of these spools. You're going to be getting light blues, you're going to be getting greens, you're going to be yellows, you're going to be getting whites, you're going to be purples and pinks and what? Bombastic. Mr. Bombastic bringing you elastic. It's made from plastic and it's, woo, gymnastic. It's fantastic. It's £6.95. It all rhymes. It all rhymes. Well done, everyone. Less than £7. Amazing. Come on, Debbie Bulford. What else rhymes with it?
I don't know. You're very
oh,
good
for
at this.
goodness
sake. You're very good at this, Carol. You're very good.
Gymnastic, plastic, elastic. It's fantastic, says Mr. Bombastic. They got me miserable. Right, okay, no. I'm not even going to get into it. Romantic. They got me Mr. Bombastic. It's a romantic, elastic. I sound like a Dalek. Right, let's not do it. Well done, everyone. Loads of people still coming through for that. Well done. You can make your elastic bracelets, your stretchy bracelets, your stretchy rings. You can plait them. You can kumahimo with them. You can do whatever you like with them. Great deal. Right, fantastic. Oh, Debbie Bulford. Oh, Debbie Bulford. Oh, my word.
Well, that's nice. I like that. I do like that.
Me too. I'm going on a little holiday over, when am I going? April the something or other. For a week. I can't wait. This is a holiday strand, isn't it?
It is, definitely.
It's that coral again. It's that coral. I just want to touch it. Gorgeous orange coral this time. Hay sheet wheels. Absolutely glorious. With the red coral that we had earlier on. You betcha. You betcha. There's the red coral we had a little bit earlier on. How much was the red coral? Wasn't it something ridiculous like $4.95? $4.95. Is there any of that left? I think it's sold out. Yeah, this one's sold out. If you did miss out for the $4.95 strand of this gorgeous red dyed coral, I've got gorgeous orange coral Heishi beads here, 11 by 4 millimeters in diameter. Beautiful, beautiful quality here. Really, really big, substantial beads here, 11 by 4 millimeters in diameter. Look at these slices of coral. You could set them like that, couldn't you? They look beautiful, don't they? You really get a sense of the kind of the segments and sections inside the coral beads, don't you? Beautiful quality. Absolutely. Here's your amazing deal today. $6.95. Amazing, amazing, amazing. With your turquoise as well. Now with antique bronze, what do you think, Debbie?
Oh yes, that'd be lovely, wouldn't they?
That would really work with antique bronze, wouldn't it?
Button jewellery as well, as you've just shown them. They're nice as button jewellery. They really look lovely.
Gorgeous. Now we do have a showstopper coming up in just a couple of seconds, which is white coral as well, which is going to be amazing. Debbie, what have you got coming up on your show today?
I've got polymer clay, the first kit, and then the second kit has some chainmail and macrame in.
Ooh!
So everything.
Everything that you love.
Yes.
Apart from Hugh Jackman.
Yes.
Well, surprise, surprise, Debbie. I'm joking. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Oh yes.
Okay.
It would.
Please do not go anywhere. Time for the white coral rondelles. I can't wait for this. If it's anything, if price point is anything like the Heishi beads or the red coral that we've just bought you, it's going to sell out in seconds. Don't go anywhere.
We need to go and get.
These are going to sell out. White coral. As I was saying to you a little bit earlier on, I just love, 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 love coral. There's something really emotional about this gemstone. I just feel really calm and serene whenever I hold this gemstone. I don't know what it is. I think everybody's got a gemstone like that. Be it smoky quartz, be it pearls, whatever it is. Debbie said that, Debbie Bulford, who's our guest designer today, said that whenever she uses aquamarine, she feels very calm, very serene. Whatever your gemstone is, you know, coral is my gemstone that I feel very at ease with. Oh my word, I've just got, oh my goodness, I've hundreds of you. Oh, right, okay. I've only got 112 chances. In fact, I don't have 112. I've got less than 100 chances. Oh my word, here's your prize. Oh my goodness me. White coral plain rondelles here. Amazing, amazing, amazing. The great thing about coral is it's very at ease if you wanted to make your beach jewellery, perhaps if you're going to be going to a beach wedding, or if you want to make beautiful festival style jewellery, really relaxed kind of layered jewellery. But similarly, imagine this in a gorgeous wedding featured piece, maybe in Sue JG made this beautiful piece. She's one of our budding beaders, made this gorgeous wedding inspired tiara. Now she has predominantly used pearls, but imagine the white coral with it. You know, you could absolutely use your white coral with a design like this. It doesn't have to be just for pearls. And imagine this gorgeous quality. That price is madness. Got mine. Tar Muchley, says Liz in Kent. Absolutely, Tar Muchley to you, darling. That's absolutely fantastic that you've come through to get that. Well done. If you do want to multi-buy, please just go for it. I've got less than 70 chances left. I had over 120 to start off with. Well done. Julie in Lancashire. Hi all. I did buy something today. I simply had to have the abalone shell from Julie in Fleetwood. Oh yeah, that took the biscuit, didn't it? The old abalone shell. That was amazing. Less than 50 chances. Well done for every single one of you coming through to get that. Congratulations. Well done. Coming up next, we do have Debbie, who's going to be bringing you, as she said, polymer clay, which is going to be wonderful. And if it's anything like yesterday's show or even this morning's show with Donna Cato and the gorgeous Cara Jane, is going to be absolutely fantastic. And her second kit also has chainmail and macrame in it as well. If you're brand new to Jewellery Maker today, maybe this is the first time you've ever watched Jewellery Maker, you've never opened an order, we are expecting lots and lots and lots of new customers over the next few days because, of course, it's Easter holidays, so more people are going to be watching who wouldn't normally watch. Get started with Jewellery Maker DVD, get started with Jewellery Maker booklet, free with your first order, loads of information on there. Debbie, you have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very, very much for joining us today. You've been absolutely golden. Don't go anywhere. This strand of coral's about to sell out. Congratulations to all of you coming through for that. Well done. Don't go anywhere. Debbie is up next with even more goodies.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for the home show, where we'll be demonstrating how to apply your favourite technique to accessorise your home.
When you place your first order with Jewellery Maker, we'll send you a free DVD and booklet to help you get started. The booklet is jam-packed full of information on gemstones, tools, threading, materials and findings. There are step-by-step instructions on how to make bracelets, earrings and necklaces, and the DVD includes easy-to-follow video tutorials. So what are you waiting for? Start your jewellery making journey today.
Good afternoon, jewellery makers. Hello all, how are you? Oh my goodness, how inspired on a scale of 1 to 1,000 have you been in the last 5 hours? I think I'm at 1,001. Honestly, I was watching this morning in Cheshire when I was whacking my slap on this morning and I just couldn't believe it. the things that Donna can do with just a piece of paper and a bit of water, it's amazing. It was just a really, really rad inspiration. And speaking of rad, I know, the 80s are calling, they want their word back. I have got an amazing, amazing collection of polymer continued. We're looking at a different type of polymer, but we're also looking very much at mixed media in these next 4 hours. My name is Becky, and today I am joined by the superb Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
Hello, Debbie B. What have we been up to?
Well, here.
You've pretty much been living here, haven't you, the last 2 days?
Past couple of days, and I did a polymer clay weekend with Donna and Cara and 1 or 2 other artists. That was lovely in Bristol.
Yes.
Yes, I've been busy.
You've been a busy bee.
I have indeed.
I mean, Donna Cato, I know that you have been an extreme follower, fan, lover
absolutely.
for a very long time.
Yeah.
Have you just loved the last 2 days?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was surprised when she said yes to me last year,
Yeah.
and it's been so exciting ever since. I've just been so excited for these 2 days, and I hope everybody at home has enjoyed it. But she can't wait to come back. She's really enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad. Your pieces today, we're still working with polymer, but in a very, very different manner.
Way.
Very
Completely
different
way,
Tell us
because
a bit
it's a
about
different
it.
clay, and it's all about texture rather than design and canes or what have you. So it's a bit more of surface texture today.
And we're working with a different type of clay to our Cato as well, so we'll talk more about that later on. But you can see the kit there, and you can see the piece that Debbie's made with this. Your second kit, bit different.
Completely different. Bit of macrame and a bit of chainmail. Yes, completely different. So we've got all sorts of things today.
How were those textured jump rings, the jump rings that you worked with in that second kit?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice. We've got loads coming up for you today, ladies and gentlemen. We really, really do. I want to show you, if I may, one of my strands for today, because I'm just in awe. This, the colour in this, sorry, I'm making all those ridiculous noises. Like, I don't know, who does that? My dog, oh, that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of when I do an impression of my dog. My dog talks like that. Bit of a niche reference, I'll be honest. but that's what it reminds me of. Anyway, I'm making those mulberry noises because when you hold this up to the light, you want to see the amount of colours running through it. Honestly, I'm talking hot pinks running through this in the form of its opalescence. It is just superb. Coming up at 2:30. And a little secret for you, if I say it quietly, she might not hear me. She's not listening. Doesn't know yet. She's not even listening. I've got loads more goodies coming up for you as well. I really want to show you this astonishing Gemfields amethyst, which is just phenomenal. Brand new, as well as that opal. I've got so many brand news on today, honestly, so if you've never seen before, look at the quality of this. Used by Fabergé, genuine Zambian amethyst. It is phenomenal. It's a very, very unique location in which we get this, the location in Zambia, and I'm actually going to be showing you. Did anyone else hear that? Can somebody move that circus? It sounded like a clown horn. What was that? It was like that. Sorry about that if you heard. Brother Pete's just practicing his skills, you know. I've got this gorgeous piece, and yeah, the mine itself, I'll show you how this is collected and how this is formed, because it's really unique in its location. I've got so many goodies for you today. One of our budding beaders has been given the opportunity to work with, I'll be honest, what we thought was a kit. That is how wholesome and complete it is. I've got a bundle for you which is going to knock your socks off. We're going to think of it like a kit. Okay, I've got loads of treats coming up. Shall I get going? Shall I get diving on in? By the way, guess your pearls the other day. Okay, how do you feel about black obsidian? Because I'm a big fan. I am a big fan. In particular when I see them in a shape like this that gives you that opportunity of intense luster. Now, obsidian. We were talking a little bit, sort of, about obsidian this morning. I'm sure a lot of you will be aware of the well-known franchise, where I won't say the name because I'll have to think of 3 others, but let's just say it is a place to sit down and they play loads of board games, maybe, and you can't be too specific. You know what I mean? Think of it very much like musical chairs, but it's not chairs, it's throne. You know what I mean? We were talking about that this morning, actually, and this gemstone, really weirdly, has kind of been shot into the public eye due to that programme, due to that series. It's referred to as dragon glass in that series, and really interestingly, in some kind of red carpet events, catwalk events, we've seen some of the stars of that well-known series wearing this gemstone. So it is something which is very much more in the public domain than it would have been, say, 5 or 6 years ago. Something that has that much status, that much notoriety behind it, when it's in this form, not before seen by itself apparently, is a very special opportunity. In particular, when you and I, the keen-eyed amongst us, will see exactly what was happening at the side of the screen. The arrows came in. Now, if you see a pink and white arrow in the corner, that means my producer is dropping the price lower. There's no need to, because already the starting price of this will have been fantastic. But we have given you a treat today. You ready for this? It's a midweek treat. Your price point today on your genuine obsidian is just £7.95. Now, this is a genuine, real deal gemstone. This is the real thing. You wouldn't have been paying that. You'd have been paying closer to £10 than that. But today, it's £7.95. Look at the workmanship in this. When you look at all of these facets, you've got that beautiful facet in the centre, that table surface, if you like, beautiful big diamond shape in there, and then how that kind of guides its way around these almost tile-like effects. It's just beautiful to be able to do that for you. It does take work, it does take time, it does take effort, but it's absolutely and completely well worth it when it gives you that much lustrous effect. If you are new to us, hello everybody, lovely to see you. My name's Becky. If you haven't met me before, I would describe myself as clumsy, creative, and quite embarrassing, just in general. Oh, that reminds me. I went into a shop. No, yeah, embarrassing. It reminds me. I went into a shop the other week, and there was a taster table. Well, there wasn't a taster table. I just thought it was. So I went to help myself to a bit of a sort of croissant. And as I picked it up, it was made of plastic, and I was very embarrassed. So as opposed to just sort of laughing and putting it down, I kind of examined it like it was some sort of gemstone, like holding it up to the light, this little plastic croissant, like made in Taiwan. Anyway, I obviously wasn't the only person to do it, because I went back to the shop the other day and someone had written a hand note saying for display purposes only. So I feel so much better. It wasn't just me. It's been bugging me for weeks. Anyway, that's who I am. Do feel free to let us know a little bit about you. We've had loads of new people joining us. 60777 is our text number. If you want to text us in, let us know what you're up to. And of course, any questions for Debbie Bulford, more than welcome. 60777 is that number. Last chance to purchase these ones now on £7.95, an absolute bargain for you. Now, we're going to be diving into the kit really soon, but I just want to give you a very quick opportunity to get your hands on something that we don't get to see often. I've got very low stock opportunity on this. It's never been sold as an individual strand. You've always had to buy a kit around it. Today, it's your last chance on this one. We're heading towards the saloon. Just under 40 of these I've got, but they are going to be extremely popular. You have got these directional beauties in the form of your pearls. Genuine real deal pearls, ladies and gentlemen, created in the mollusk. These ones are exceptional because they're so dainty. There are 5x4 that we've got with these, and as you can see, they're drilled at the longest point of them, and that's what I mean by they're directional. I mean that you can use these as droppers really, really, really easily if you so wish. Just pop them on a head pin, your work's done for you. But of course, you can use these in the likes of a ladder weave, just with your normal beading thread, to create these beautiful structural, almost tile-like pieces actually. It's a wonderful shape that we very rarely get to see. If you want to have focal points, if you want accent detail, if you want drop detail, now you have the opportunity to do that with this strand. Already lots of attention being paid to this. I'm now, if everybody checked out, I would definitely be in my last chance saloon. Genuine, real deal freshwater pearls, your price point today is just £6.95. Now, if I may, because I always think it's interesting with pearls, you know, people look at these and think, wow, they look beautiful. But I want to show you, this is the strand touching at the back. This is it touching at the back. Now, that for me is quite happily a necklace length. And obviously, it'd be slightly longer if I added maybe an extended chain on the back. But to be able to get a genuine, real deal pearl piece of jewellery that is enough to make a necklace at £6.95 is always astonishing to me. It really, really is. We don't count out our pearls for strands like this. We do them on strand length, and each of our pearls, unless otherwise described, will always be the kind of right length for a necklace. To be able to purchase a genuine necklace made from pearls at £6.95, well, I personally have never heard of it anywhere else. But here, essentially, you can just add a clasp and you're on your way. Okay, I've got 20 left, bang on the nose now, and 10 in basket. So once everybody checks out, it's going to roll down even more in quantity. Don't forget, if you see what you like, just give the call centre a bit of a call. Numbers at the bottom of your screen, or have a little look on JewelleryMaker.com. You can add them to your baskets. The call centre, so helpful, they really are. 0800 644 655, press option 1. If you've never ordered with us before, you get a free booklet and DVD on your first purchase. And no, a free DVD. Where do you ever hear that? Free? Never hear that, do you? Well, you do at Jewellery Maker. £6.95 for you today. Okay, I've got about 3 of those left. Well done to everybody. Really great deal. Now, I am going to go and head on over to Debbie Bulford to get our little fingers on a kit. Sounded a bit ooh, that, didn't it? Now, what we've got is a kit. Now, what is it? Okay, essentially, we give our wonderful guest designers lots of goodies to work with over a couple of weeks, sometimes a couple of days even, and then we let them go wild with whatever they want to make. We then give you the opportunity to own the exact same kit, and we give you free demonstrations as well, which is what we're going to be doing today.
We will indeed, yes.
Now, first things first, we're going to have a look at exactly what you've made, and I want you to just talk to me about, when I'm looking at this now, I know that you've worked with a lot of different textures in here. We've got polymer clay, which comes separately. In this kit here, you got a mix of your Lucky Dip gemstones.
I did.
Now, is that a lovely thing to have?
It is actually, because sometimes when you buy your gemstones, you get stuck to buying particular gemstones.
You're right.
And it's quite nice to get a scoop like that, because it takes you out of your comfort zone. You might look at something and think, I never knew I could use that. So it's nice actually to have a delve through. It's quite just nice just to sort of, you know, randomly...
Gemstone massage.
Yeah, I know, just to randomly pick one up and think, OK, what's that? How can I use it? It's lovely. It just really is a different way of working.
Is it quite a good way, do you think, therefore, to maybe get out of a bit of a mojo dip?
I think so. I think so. For someone who's just starting, or somebody who's really interested in gemstones but wants to get into jewellery making, this is fascinating because they can, you know, look up the gemstones and see what they are, and it's quite it's a lovely hobby, I think.
I agree with you, definitely. And a lovely way to kind of get a feel for different gems, as you so rightly say. I know I get stuck in a rut with, you know, buying certain gemstones, certain shapes. Yeah. But with this, just look at the amount of different pieces you're going to be getting. Now, just to let you know, it is a lucky dip, but what I can tell you is you will be getting the same sorts of colours. You'll be getting this beautiful kind of mixture of metallics within here. Now, you can see you're just getting loads and loads of goodies in here for you. Just look at that, really beautiful. Big mix in here. That's just a selection, just to show you the type of variety you can get. In here I've got the likes of your jaspers. Oh, that's a really pretty zoisite. You've got the likes of your submetallic gemstones, you've got moonstones in here, you've even got the likes of your shell in here as well. Lots and lots and lots of different pieces. This is just one selection of them. You will be getting the same sorts of textures, the same sorts of colours. So don't worry, we won't, you know, give you a bright neon collection. They will all be around this colour range. And that's just a really small selection of the pieces you can be getting. So a really beautiful bead scoop we give you there as part of this kit. We don't get to see those that often at all, I have to say, in a kit. Then I'm going to bring to you the likes of your essentials. We've got your findings pack in here, and this looks like a really big findings pack. You've got a mammoth amount in here. And our findings packs, when I think of our findings packs, I always think around the kind of 100 mark. But we've got, in this one, 118, so it's a really good size. When we talk about findings, we're talking about all your mechanics, all your essentials. So it's things like these featherweight head pins, which we've only relatively recently started doing. They go through so many of your gemstones, even the likes of those tiny, tiny gentle gems in the likes of your kind of higher end strands. You get your normal head pins as well, great for your droppers, as I discussed before. Lots of jump rings to attach things like your clasps that I have here. I'm also bringing you, look, there's even more. I think it's amazing that we count all of this chain as one component, all of it. Another component, a meter's worth of this twisted chain. It's all gold plated, by the way, which means it's genuine gold over the top of this. It's not, you know, gold emulsion or gold kind of, I don't know. Gold, anything else, gold paint. Yeah, it's genuine, real deal gold. You get the likes of these clasp ends as well, which are great for your cords, really easy. You put your cords in, close them down at each side, and you've got your clasp and your extender chain added on there as well. Look how many different goodies you get. You get different earring findings, different shapes. You get the likes of your crimp beads as well. You get these gorgeous spaces, which are relatively new to us, the kind of flower detail spaces, just adding a little bit of extra luxury. And we even give you some fancy head pins as well. They're nice, aren't they? Okay, so loads of goodies in there. That's your findings collection in the gold plating. Sticking with the gold theme, we're going to be adding your essential threading pack here. Now, this essential threading pack is fab. I never want us to take this for granted. We used to do it in all of your kits, but we're doing that less so now, so you're probably running low. If you're a crocheter like myself, oh my goodness, you're going to make the most amazing crocheted necklace with this and your bead scoop. You're going to get texture and beauty. Basically what this is wire at the core of it, very fine wire, and then it's got coating over the top, so it's really nice and fluid. Perfect to crochet with. I tend to crochet it with sort of your size 3 hook generally, but of course do it with as you like. I've then got the likes of your monofilament. I think it's like a fishing wire, really clear, and again you can crochet with that or knit with that. And then you've got your elastic, does what it says on the tin. It's clear and it's great for doing stretchy bracelets, etc. And then the creme de la creme, the thing that's going to make everybody rush to the phone lines like it's the day after Christmas because of the sales, you know what I mean. I've got these mammoth spools. How is it to work with these massive spools?
Well, it's lovely to think that you've got some there. So if you do make something and think, you know, I'm not keen on it, you haven't got to think, oh, I've wasted it all. There's so much there. You can have a go with it twice, 2 or 3 times. Quite a few people use these for the kumahimo, but use lots and lots of strands, like the original kumahimo, which looks really, really nice. It's just phenomenal. But even to crochet with, it's nice as well.
To crochet with, it's great because you get 200 metres on each spool. So 2, 4, 600 metres worth in total. Wow. And you can see the silkiness of it. Look at that glow. It's just the smoothness of it is beautiful, really nice against the skin. And as you can see, absolute mammoth amount on there. Each spool really easy to work with because of that spool form as well. So 600 metres worth of that gorgeous soft cord. You've also got the bead scoop, which we don't get to see often. You get the essential threading pack and all of those findings in a bag as well. Your price point today. Now, you might be new to us and you might not have seen us before. This, just to let you know, is the price point that if you went currently on the website, on our website right now, and ordered all of these individually, if we had them all on, we might not have any of them on, but if we did, that's how much you'd be paying. Now, that price does take into account any discounts we've done of late. So if we've done any discounts in the last month or so, then that is taken into a price, the price account. The fact of the matter is it should have been even more than that before some of this was taken down in price. So already you're at a discounted price there at over £25. Today though, this is this bit here. There. Your discount code. Pugsy. Easy to remember. Pugsy07. If you type that in today, you don't have to pay over £25. You're paying £18.95, ladies and gentlemen. That discount code Pugsy07 only lasts until 8 o'clock tomorrow. That's it. Once it's gone, you will have to pay that £25.30 price point on this, ladies and gentlemen. And that's even if we have the likes of the bead scoop on the website at the moment, which I don't think we do. £18.95. I want to know how much that is per component. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 components I've got. Bear in mind, I'm counting all of these as one component and all of this as one component. That means you're looking at about £3.15 per component.
That's ridiculous.
£3.15 for 200 metre spool. £3.15 for all of these genuine gemstones that you're going to get in that scoop. Our findings pack's usually around the £7–8 mark.
Ridiculous, isn't it, really? I mean, these are great if you've got an embroidery machine with the spools on the top.
Great
point. You can do some wonderful machine embroidery with these.
Great
you really
point.
can.
I think that is an astonishing price point. And if you're looking to get your hands on the polymer clay, I've got an amazing discount deal coming up for you in a little bit. But we're going to let everybody come in and get their hands on this because let's face it, it's one of our lowest price kits we've done in a very long time. And for the amount we've got, that is just a sensational price. Working out, you know, £3 something per component. It's just astonishing. It really is. And you can see you've had a lot of fun working with the metals, the gems, the cords with all the polymer.
Oh yeah, but I always like to try and use a bit of everything. And I've thoroughly enjoyed this actually, putting it together and using as much cord as I possibly could in the designs. Yes, it's challenging sometimes, but this wasn't, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely not. It is just a beautiful look that cord gives you as well.
Yeah.
Because the feel of it and the look of it is luxurious, and it is a nice fine cord, so of course we'll go through a lot of your gemstones, but the fact of the matter is you've kind of layered it up here to give a really gorgeous chunkier look.
I like to see a lot of cord together. I think it looks good, but it takes the weight out of things as well. If you've got a really chunky bead or a really chunky pendant and you put cord with it, it's not going to be as uncomfortable around the back of the neck if it's really, really heavy.
Definitely. And one thing I do want to point out that you can see in the second necklace here is the fact that when I say a bead scoop, I always wonder if people go, oh, hello, I'm only going to get one of everything.
Yes, absolutely.
But this necklace demonstrates perfectly how you don't. Look at the similar gemstones you get, and you've actually been able to do the same gemstones in the same design on each side.
Yes, absolutely, yes. I went through first of all and picked out all those ones that I had multiples of, and then left the others till last to put on earrings and one thing and another. But yeah, there were lots of duplicates.
Which is fantastic for creating these stunning designs. And of course you could see all of those gorgeous findings which have been used in these pieces. I like how you've done a bracelet and you've kind of paired the spaces with the colour of the polymer in a sense.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, you have to sit down with polymer and actually plan what you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
So first of all, I started with the gemstones. Normally I would start with the polymer and look then at what I'd got in my bag. But I actually started off with the gemstones in this instance, thinking, okay, if I only got one or two of them, I need to make sure that they work.
Yes.
So yeah, it was a challenge, but I enjoyed it.
And it has worked with that gorgeous gold. More of the findings there on the back. So we have got loads of demonstrations to get through today, and I've got loads of extra goodies, including the likes of texture sheets, etc. I'm going to bring you the polymer ASAP, but we're going to dive on in, if we may, to our demonstration, because I don't know about you, but I'm feeling super creative today, and I need to feed the creative beast.
Well, I do feel a bit like, you know, follow that after Donna Kato, please. Just think, oh no, I shouldn't have agreed to do this after her.
It is a whole different.
You know, before yesterday was fine because it was in the morning, but now I think, oh
you are ridiculously good.
No. But Donna Kato did say this morning I was talented, and I said, could you say that again and again and again? I want to go home and tape it quickly. For Donna Kato to say, oh my goodness me,
go and film
nearly
it.
Exploded anyway. To get home and do the YouTube over and over again.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah dear. Right. Now, I'm going to use some texture sheets that we're going to be bringing. I did have one this morning I gave to Donna. I don't know if it's still outside, but it doesn't really matter. There are 3 in all that I was given. And one of them in particular I absolutely adored and I haven't seen before, which is like this Art Deco rose.
Oh, I'm glad you haven't seen it, because I hadn't seen it before either.
No, this is I think this is brand new, I'm not sure, but it's like an Art Deco rose. It has, I've used this a lot, as you can see in the last week. There's a large rose and then the smaller rose, and I just think that's really, really lovely. It's a bit stylised. It's not a perfect rose, but I think it's a really, really lovely pattern.
It's stunning. It's
Isn't
called
it
You
gorgeous?
Spin Me Round.
Yeah, I just think it looks like an Art Deco rose, personally.
It really
it's
is.
really lovely.
It's got a lovely kind of structural look to it, doesn't it? I like how you've got the really smaller detailed one, but then you have the strip as well, which
That's
is
right.
kind of a blown up version.
Absolutely, I think it's really, really lovely.
I can imagine that texture on page keepers and leathers,
Yeah.
things
Oh,
like that.
yeah, that'd be really, really
pretty.
nice.
We're bringing this in on your screen right now. I myself have never ever seen this before, and it's never been on before, so you haven't seen it either. It is new to us today. You Spin Me Round. We'll show you exactly how to work with it in a moment. You can see the quality of these are phenomenal, aren't they?
They are. Helen Burrell stamps are always top quality. They're very flexible, but they are very durable too.
Super durable. Easy to clean.
Very easy to clean. Yep, you can either use a little toothbrush or a nail brush on it, or you put it in the dishwasher.
That's how easy it is. Just get rid of the big bits and chuck it in the dishwasher if you want. You can use this, of course, with your polymer clay. It will go through your clay roller, which I'm sure we'll talk about shortly. But also, if you do want to, you could always get yourself two and maybe use one if you're a paper crafter like me, with the likes of your embossing sheets, possibly. Your embossing powders, possibly. Definitely, in fact. If you, in particular, if you use them, attach them to a hard piece of acrylic, or of course, you can use them with just your normal inks as well to create really beautiful patterns, maybe to colouring, because it's a little bit like that adult colouring book style, isn't it?
Indeed, yes.
Bang on trend.
I know, absolutely superb. You cannot also fill the little gaps with resin, because this one has enclosed diamonds.
Yes,
the resin isn't going anywhere, so you can do the little diamonds in the larger rose. Is probably a better one.
And you can see it in all of these different looks and all of these different pieces.
Here.
Fantastic.
I think this one you could probably fill the little triangles with resin.
The little grooves.
And then you can turn that out onto a backing or something. So you have the rose shape, really pretty.
Oh, you spin me round. Let's have a look at the price point. Over half of these have gone already at £9.95. It does not surprise me. These are going to last and last and last, and you're going to be able to use them for so many of your different crafting mediums. You really, truly are. All of you paper crafters out there, like myself, this has got our names written all over it, but you've got to be quick to the draw, ladies and gentlemen. You really, really do. £9.95. Get your hands on it whilst you can, and we'll see exactly how to use it now.
Helen Burrell also on her website, if you go on helenburrell.com, she has an inspirational gallery, she calls it, and she's very generous with her instructions, so she shows you how you can use it.
Fab.
Okay, and she does that with every new texture sheet, so she's very, very generous.
Brilliant.
Right, so I've taken one of the clays, which we're bringing you in a little while, which is the coppery colour, okay? And I'm going to fold that. I put this through on a medium setting on the clay roller, and I'm going to fold that into 3. And the reason I've done that is I always think that when you're doing texture, it's better to have something quite thick, because you're putting a lot of pressure onto the top of the texture. So you're actually pushing through one layer. So if it was thin, you go all the way through. So I'm taking my texture sheet, and I'm taking my acrylic roller, and I am doing one roll really, really firmly, and then taking this off. And you can see there, I don't know if it's better if I hold it to the camera,
nice,
actually.
deep.
A nice deep pattern.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to pop that back on my tile and cut out the rose. Now I know we haven't got any mica powder in the show, but if you had got mica powder, it'd be rather nice to highlight. I've highlighted some of them with some old mica powder, which we used to have. But it's quite nice to highlight the pattern. So that's one of the squares, and that one I'm going to put to one side and pop it on top of some black clay, which I've rolled through on the thickest setting.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm going to cut all the way around, like so. 2, 3, 4, and make sure that the corners are okay. And then, just to make it look slightly different, as I have done on the pendant and the earrings, you literally just pinch the top together and curl the edges out, like so.
Wow.
Okay. and then when you have a pin or a cocktail stick, you can push a little hole from behind, and that's how simple and easy that is. And the necklace has just got 3 different sizes, or 2 different sizes, put next door to each other, and they fit behind each other. You'll see a design very similar to this on the Helen Braille website, and I've just popped some silver mica powder over the top. It's a nice design. You can do them in lots of different sizes and have a graduated necklace. That looks really pretty.
It looks beautiful, and I think because of the shape, it almost looks fabric-like, actually, doesn't it?
It
really
does. It does indeed.
Right. Now, I have got more texture sheets coming up for you, but I know a lot of you will be waiting for the polymer, won't you? I'm going to bring you the polymer now, just whilst Debbie is conditioning her polymer. Now, this is totally different kettle of fish. I know that a lot of people have been wondering, okay, you've been doing your Kato clay. Does that mean you're not doing Primo anymore? Absolutely not. We're just widening our range, and we've been doing Kato for a while now. It's just obviously we've had the amazing opportunity to get Donna in as well to talk us through it. So we are still doing both. And this is our Primo clay.
Yeah.
This is so different to your Kato, isn't it?
It is different, but there is a place for everything.
Definitely.
I still think, and Cara will agree with me, because Cara uses Sculpey as well.
Yeah.
Primo is still the best all-round clay on the market, as far as we're concerned.
And tell us why that is.
People might not think the same, but we do. Because it's not too soft.
No.
Some clays are so soft they're almost like sticky.
Yeah.
Primo is not too soft. It has a good range of colours. It mixes up a true colour scheme. If you wanted to do the colour wheel, as Donna was showing yesterday afternoon, it has a true set of colours to do that with. You can make anything from jewellery to cake toppers to door plates to whatever, and you know it's going to be really, really firm. You can also polish this, not to the extent of Kato clay, but you can polish it. It will always be slightly flexible, but I think out of all the other clays, this is definitely the most versatile. And it doesn't come up on your hands, which is a big bonus.
You don't get any of that horrible staining.
No, a lot of clays you will.
Now, there are lots of you coming in for this already, just to let you know. Now, I've separated these 2 out, if you can see, for quite a good reason. First things first, it's mainly due to their type. You'll see they're all Primo, but all of these you'll see the extra word of accents. Now, that means there's something added to them to give them a little bit of a different bump. Really. These ones, you've got these really gentle glittery micas added to them so that you get that gorgeous, almost pearlescent look. That is just so beautiful. It gives such an even shine throughout, and that's kind of what gives you a really decadent, almost chatoyant look, actually, when you're working with pieces. So you've got, in the accent range, that really beautiful silver colour. You've then got the pearl, we've got the copper colour, the 18 karat gold, it's not really, but it's just the name. And you've also got that really wonderful kind of terracotta shine. And then in your base colours, now I've got to say, these have to be some of our most popular colours, which is strange actually, because they don't look all of that much in a bag of chips, do they? But they are.
No, but they are. You're quite right. They are. Ecru, which is this one here, is really versatile to take your colours down a shade.
Yes.
Because if you add white to colours, as Donna showed yesterday, you get a shade. You don't get a different colour. You get a paler shade of that colour.
Yeah.
Whereas if you add the ecru, you take it down to like a sludgy level. Do you know what I mean? You take it down to like, it's like having a summer brilliant picture and then having something that typifies autumn. So you take your colours to autumn, really.
Yes, I see.
But I love it. I love ecru.
It's really beautiful,
Yeah, I use
isn't
a
it?
lot of it.
It's really, really beautiful. Now, sorry, did you get black with yours?
Yes,
You
I
did. Now, we've just been told we are sorry, but we think this colour, did you say, Toby? This final colour I showed you. Oh, way up, the black's over here, it's hiding. Come here, you. you funky monkey. Another colour here that well, these two we don't get to see nearly often enough, do we?
Black and white, we hardly ever get in kits, and we have done in every kit over the last 2 days, and it has made everybody's life easier.
Yeah.
Because it just makes your colours pop. It's just your background to most of your polymer clay. Ideal. And also you can mix that with colour to take your colours with the tint. So shade you go one way and tint you go the other. So it makes it go darker. But yes, I love it. Love it.
They work as really beautiful bases and backgrounds because they are so stark and they go perfectly with everything.
They do.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the collection we've got here is a very, very popular collection. It's colour, already a lot of these gone. Well-known crafting store that I often nosy around. £2.29 at the moment on their website per one. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we've taken this down in price and we are beating them dramatically. For all 8, ladies and gentlemen, your price point today, we've rolled it down to just £12.95. That means that at their price, it's like you're getting 2.5 of these for free. 2.5 of them completely for free. That's at their price point as well. For our price point, it's like you're getting 3 free if you took it into account. That is astonishing price point, a really exceptional deal, and that's why all of you have dramatically checked this out very quickly. We rolled that down in price, should have been much, much higher up than that, but we have rolled them down dramatically. Again, you're getting 3 of the originals in the ecru, the white and the black, and then you've got that gorgeous selection of the accents as well. 5 of those ones in total, just £12.95. Great deal, and like I say, in comparison, it is like you're getting 2.5 to 3 for free at that price point. Just a great deal, it really, really is.
Oh yes, very, very good. Donna was just amazed at our prices. She couldn't get over it.
No.
No. Absolutely amazed. So.
Fab, isn't it?
Good.
So, the polymer, the Primo, we've got our Primo now. What are we going to do with it next, Debbie?
I'm going to show you how to do a rose cane. I know I've done it once before, but I'll show you only to show you that you can do caning with this after seeing what Cara did and what have you. And if you want to do another demo quickly after that, I will do.
Okay, fab.
So I've taken the white.
Yeah.
And I've got the bronze. And I'm rolling it, I'm rolling it like a licorice oil sort, just to roll it back on itself. And it makes a little mark where it touches itself on the clay. So I'm just going to put that together.
Okay.
And then I'm going to roll it and roll it and roll it until it becomes like the size of a pencil, I suppose, across the tile. So you keep going until it's quite wide.
Can beginners have a go at this? Because when I'm looking at the actual technique in this pair of earrings, it looks like it's quite advanced. Really?
No. Have you not done this before?
No, I've never seen you do the rose before. No.
Okay. It's really simple, really simple.
Wow. Okay.
So you take your stick of rock or cane, it looks like a little stick of rock, and you squash it. So you have like an eye shape inside, okay? So it's like that. I'm going to do that to every one. I'm just going to put that down on my tile. And you squash it either side, and the more rough you do it, the better, because this is going to be the petals, and Mother Nature isn't perfect. So actually the rougher you do it.
And rose petals in particular are very crinkled on the end, aren't they?
They are indeed. Did you see Donna's petal yesterday when she did the flower?
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know.
It's fabulous.
Oh really? Oh, I'm going to have to look back on
Zena
them.
went home with one of her rings. Donna gave her one of her rings. Very lucky
jealous.
lady, yes, very lucky lady. Right, so I'm going to cut these into lengths and they're going to make a little cane. Right, I'm going to pick one of them and I'm going to flatten it out even more and start the centre of the rose by doing a coil. Okay, just made that into a coil.
Got you.
And the next petal you place just before the end of the coil. So you put it over the top and you start again, you overlap it, and you can probably see the rose petals starting to come at the top now. So you keep going and you keep going until you run out of your canes.
I presume you can add as many of these petals as you want.
You can, and you can do layers, you can do different colours, you can do skinner blends, and they look absolutely fabulous.
That's a great idea.
Really fabulous.
Different coloured petals. Yeah, party rose.
Absolutely, or even just black and white looks stunning. That one I haven't squashed out enough, so there you go. Right, so there is the rose in the middle. So just make that slightly smaller and I'll cut it in half.
Now, this is an important technique to learn, isn't it, what you're doing now?
Yeah,
because if I was to shrink something, I would think, get it in your hands and do a sausage dog.
No, because if you roll it together, you're going to distort what's inside because you'll twist it. So you need to make it like an hourglass in the middle.
Okay.
And then you just pull and start to twist. And once those little particles of the plasticizer warms up, it'll be really warm and it will start to elongate really quickly. I'm going to pop that down on my tile again and just cut that.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
let me cut these and I'll put them into a bead.
That is just phenomenal looking.
So there's a little rose.
Oh, I love that.
Now you see that when I cut this, it squashes. That's the one difference between the Sculpey and the Kato clay. Kato clay would keep its consistency, fine, but with these, because it's quite hot in here, it's gone really soft. All you need to do is put it to one side for about 20 minutes, half an hour, pop it on top of your roller that's always cold, or pop it in your fridge for about 15-20 minutes, and it will go back to the consistency it was in the packet, and then it will slice perfectly. It's only because you've been holding it in your hands and your hands have warmed them up, that's all.
Great tip.
So, to make your bead, I'm going to do a pillow bead. So, take your 2 slices of your cane, and I'm going to take a tiny little bit of clay, which is going to be your pillow in the middle.
Oh.
Tiny little bit like that. And you pop these on top.
That's more like a burger.
It is a bit, actually. Your burger bead. Doesn't really sound as good, though, does it really?
Let's definitely stick with pillow.
Yeah, let's stick with the pillow. So you start to squash it and then you pull it into shape, like this. Start to make your pillow shape, and you end up having a shape that's sort of, it's got really sticky, gosh, really, really sticky. It's sort of like a little pillow.
Little pillow,
Smudge that slightly.
It's domed in the middle.
Yeah, a little pillow. And then those little pillow beads sit really nicely onto bracelets or onto earrings or what have you. You can make it into an oblong or a square, it's really up to you.
And where you've done it in the earrings here, may I ask you, the hole in it, have you done that before you baked?
I did actually, yes, but because, have you seen how soft and squishy this goes in the heat in here?
Yeah.
Again, once I've made my bead, I put it to one side and then
let it rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let it have a chill out.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then you can just pop your hole through that with cocktail stick
or the pins from the baking tray or a piece of wire, something like that, yes.
Even one of the head pins?
Yes, oh absolutely.
That you get in the findings pack?
Yeah,
saves you buying anything, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
If you haven't got any cocktail sticks.
Yes, of course it does.
So that is how you do that technique, ladies and gentlemen. Already we've had 2 techniques, but we've got even more techniques to come. So do stay exactly where you are. I want to bring you, if I may, another textured sheet, because we are, of course, talking a lot about texture, and we're moving on to one of the textures now, aren't we?
We can, yes, we can indeed. Yep.
And this one that I have here, Cosmic Spider's Web.
I know.
Is another one I personally haven't seen before.
I haven't seen them actually. I haven't seen this one at all. I had a look on a website. It's classed as new.
Ooh.
So yes, it's another new one.
Tell us what you think about this one.
Well, I like this because this would be ideal either for the front or the back of pendants, because I have a thing about sanding, like most people that do polymer clay.
Yeah.
So it's quite nice to build your pendant on top of this because you get a really nice ribbed effect on the back. It's nice, like it very much.
It is really, really beautiful, and the kind of finished look you get with it is very fluid but quite organised at the same time, if that makes sense, isn't it?
The silver one.
Yeah.
I did that, and then my husband said that looks like a crab's claw, which really put me off it completely, and he's quite right actually.
Oh, I like it. Very under the sea, isn't it? I love that look. It almost has a bit of a fossilised look to it.
It does actually, yes, it does.
Like the layers in a geode of a forming gemstone. This is your Cosmic Spider Web, ladies and gentlemen, that we have here. And you have the opportunity to get your hands on it. Noobity noop noop. Your price point today is, of course, £9.95 for you again on this one. If you've just tuned in, it is so durable, super stretch. You can, you know, even if you're like me and you're a messy crafter and you kind of just shove this at the bottom of your bag, it has a bounce back ability. Yeah. So it's really going to last and last and last. So long as you look after it, so long as you clean it, so long as you tell it stories at night. No, you don't have to do that. It's just me. Then it will last and last and last. And at £9.95, I'm not surprised we've got a mammoth amount of these gone already. Get them whilst you have the opportunity to do so. Those beautiful different sections whereby you get almost the opposite of it, don't you? You get the polar opposite of it with the indentation. So very pretty. And don't forget, if you want to just use a section of it, you can as well. £9.95. We're going to see exactly how to use this with the lovely WB now.
Okay. Right, so I'm going to take my clay again. I'm going to cut it in half and place it on top. So you've got a double thickness once again. And then press that into your texture sheet. Better if you stand up and do this actually, because you have to. If you do it in one go, it's a lot better. You see, it's starting to lift. I'm going to do that again. Yes. Start
so
again.
It's going through. Do you treat this differently to your queso when you're preparing it?
No, not really. You have to condition it. We don't have to condition it as much because it is so soft.
Softer.
You don't really need to do that. I'm going to spray this with water a bit so it won't. If you spray your texture sheets first, then you'll find that the texture will come off a lot easier.
Great tip.
And it won't stick. Okay, so I'm going to put my texture on top and press. That's better, it's going deeper into it now. Make sure it doesn't fold over the top.
And I presume it's sticking a bit like that because again it's hot in here and it's a bit sticky.
It is. Right, so there you have your pattern.
Isn't that lovely?
And I do like the sort of black on black. You can't really see that very much, can you?
Yeah.
I need something to highlight the top of it. Can you see that?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And if you wanted to use some of the cutters, and I know we've done this before, but I'm going to do a hollow pendant.
Okay, fantastic.
We've got some Fat Daddy-O cutters coming up.
Well, we do, and not just one, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
A mammoth amount.
We have. So you turn that up so the cutting edge is on the top, and you push it down into the cutting edge. You place your backing clay on the top, turn it over, press it down, and you've got your domed pendant. Obviously you have mica powder, you could highlight the top so you could see the pattern quite a bit more, but if you wanted to do something different to what I've done over there, if you then use one of the smaller cutters that are in the same kit, it's quite nice to, leaning over the top, press a hole inside to make it something different, and then perhaps take one of the other colour of the clays, either copper or something, put a sheet of clay behind it. You can cut that out with the same size. This just gives you a different idea for a different design. Pop that on top. And then you've got a completely different pendant that's then got a contrast inside. You have to sort of even off the outside. But you can see that you can get a contrast there, and if you had some copper mica powder to put on top, then it would look absolutely fabulous.
That'd be really gorgeous to look, wouldn't it?
I love that.
I love that you're able to do those types of shapes with these cutters.
Yeah, they're lovely.
You adore these cutters, don't you?
I do, I absolutely adore them. And I just think because they are graduated, they have a lip on them. So anyone who likes doing like the boxes like Donna showed this morning, the in-row boxes.
Yeah.
You have a lip, you can bake your cases and you've got somewhere to put the lid.
Yeah.
These go in the dishwasher. So that's an added bonus as well.
And they do go in the oven as well,
and
which
they
I
do go in the oven.
amazing.
Yeah, they can go in the oven.
They're
but
fine in the oven.
The big bonus is they haven't got a seam.
No.
And 9 times out of 10, when you have cutters and they have a welded seam, after a while that comes loose, and you end up having pendants with a bump halfway around, and it's very difficult to get rid of that.
Yeah.
So this is really nice. It's the amount of times these have been used in workshops and dropped and what have you, and they've been perfectly all right. They're really sturdy, very sturdy. Excellent.
It's just phenomenal.
I
It
love
really
it.
is. Your oval cutters price point today It's just £14.95. And as you see, you get a big graduation of different sizes, all the way from very, very dainty to the big, large ones. And of course, as you've been shown, you can use them together, and you can see loads and loads and loads in there. And you do get the kind of keep carrier as well for it too. So nice, neat and tidy. Just £14.95 for you today. Pop those ones in there. Fantastic. Thank you for showing us those.
That's okay.
Debbie B.
For sure.
You got the one final textured sheet as well, didn't you? Now, this is the one that I saw
Donna
work with this morning.
Yes, she did.
Wow, this again is a new one to me. Twilight Zone. Is it? Yeah, it is, definitely. Yeah. The one, Donna Cato used this one this morning, if you saw her in the demonstration. I did hear her mention that it was, Carol mentioned this would be on the mid-show today, so we're going to do it for you now. I love this kind of Amalite design you've got here.
It's stunning. It really is stunning. And can I just say, the mica shift which Donna did this morning can be done with the Sculpey. Very easily.
Really?
Yeah.
Because with the ones that already has mica in?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the gold, the silvers and the coppers and what have you, you can do mica shift with that easily.
Yeah, which is what she was doing when she was doing the shells, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
And she did that kind of Amalite look to these pieces. You've got, for me anyway, in fact you've got 4 different textures here, 4 different stamps almost. You've got this gorgeous Amalite design, you've got this really nice kind of quirky picket fence almost here at the bottom, really beautiful, quite industrial actually. You've got this kind of 60s design, I suppose, in a sense, haven't you? And then the one above it, for me, reminds me of film.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. The old film used to be on the reel.
Film when you reel, yeah. I love it. It's like you've got 4 different stamps on this Twilight Zone. Get it whilst you can. Twilight Zone collection. It's again just £9.95. It'll last and last and last. And again, if you are like myself, you know, a paper crafter, you can use these for loads of different mediums. It's not just about these ones, you know, using it with polymer at all. We've had one more person ask whether or not we have the Fat Daddy-O in the square cutters. We do. I'll do them for you right now if you'd like me to. I've actually got a fair few shapes here, but we've only got time to squeeze on another one, or maybe another later on. We might bring some more in the second hour. We'll have a little look. These ones are the square ones, and these are actually, when you were doing this demonstration, the first demonstration, you actually just did it with the blade.
Yes, but you can use that. You can use this. I should have used these really. I just automatically got the blade. But yes, you can use these squares. And the nice thing is actually, you don't have to use the whole square sometimes, you just need an angle.
Yeah.
But the largest one I absolutely love. A lot of people use these to make square bangles. Yeah, it's really quite funky to have square bangles. But the largest one is quite nice, either to make picture frames with, or luggage tags. I've seen people make them with, because they're quite big, or even just to do a really big textured sheet and fold it in half and put lots and lots of cords and silks through. I
love that
like
idea.
A toggle almost, which is really, really lovely.
Again, seamless. Again, you can use them in your oven, and again, really easy to take care of. Lots of different sizes in there. You can see your price point today is again £14.95. So thank you for texting in for that. Don't forget, keep your texts coming in, 60777. Start texting with the word JM Studio if you've got any questions for Debbie B or anybody else. Thank you so much for showing us that. Next one is very much mixed medium.
Oh yes, it is very different.
A little bit of slime for everyone.
Yep.
Speaking of which, how do you feel about something special now? Stop by. Hello everybody. Sorry, I'm just having a little joke with Debbie B. Debbie B just went, oh, I hope I don't smell like garlic. Me and Donna Cato went out for tea last night. She just loves her garlic. Shameless name dropping it is, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking of shameless, I tell you what, I've got a gemstone here that is not afraid to be itself, and quite rightly so. This, ladies and gents, our star buy, I'm bringing you Rainbow Moonstone in drops. Nice for us to be able to get our hands on a brand new strand of drops. it's something we don't get to see so often at all. It really, really is. I love to be able to bring you a drop because for me, as a jewellery maker, I love being able to have those centralised pieces. I love my pieces to be able to tell a story and a tale, and with these, you most certainly have that opportunity to do so. If you've never seen this gemstone before, I'm sure a lot of you have, but if you've never seen it before, it is a gemstone which has been set into jewellery for many, many years. Around the time of 100 AD in kind of the Roman times, this was worn as a talisman. It was worn as a way of kind of strengthening guidance in battle, it was said. I adore that it's got such a history to it. I also love the story behind this beautiful schiller that you can see here. You get to see the schiller. You'll see more of it in your natural light when you get home. But when you are looking at that stunning schiller, that's naturally occurring. And when they first saw that in the ancient times, what they actually believed was that the moon itself, when the beams kind of came down from the moon, and you know sometimes you get the clouds and you get that kind of sheen of moonlight on the top of the clouds that looks a bit blue. They believed that when that sheen hit the clouds, it would hit it literally with a force. And because of that force, it believed that it would shoot down to earth and it would attach into the ground. So they believed that the light was a very much a real, tangible, holdable thing. And that's what they believe this gemstone was. They believe it was when that light from the moon hit that cloud and it kind of fell to earth so that you could own what was essentially a piece of the moon. And because of that story, because of that tale, they also believed it was a way in which you could communicate with the moon as well. It's a really mysterious gemstone in its look, in its appeal, and for me it's a mystery as to this price. It really is. Brand spanking new, ladies and gentlemen. We don't see drops often at all. Your price point today, £9.95. Okay, bear this in mind. £9.95 to be able to get drops. That's the shape we hardly ever see. We see rounds and rondelles a lot. Drops, not so much. So to get a genuine gemstone in an unusual shape. Second off, it is natural. Okay, we haven't added this. We haven't kind of, you know, got one of those sheets and kind of plopped it on there and kind of glued it on a bit to make it look shiny. That's genuine, real deal. And also, look at the quality of this. £9.95, not only for elements of schiller, but also elements of clarity. You can see my skin through a lot of these. Now, I would not expect translucency with a £9.95 price tag myself. I brought you a strand of beautiful moonstone, really different quality, different carat weight, but very much kind of similar in its look of the translucency of it. I brought you one the other day around the £35 mark. So I would never normally expect amount of clarity with schiller in moonstone at anywhere below £35. Today we treated you to it though. Brand new, really unique and individual. £9.95. I bet this would work quite nicely with moonstone, wouldn't it? With moonstone, it is moonstone. With polymer clay moonstone, very easy to confuse. Very easy.
It would, because you haven't got a colour there. You could put whatever colour you like in there, couldn't you, really?
Yeah.
You could do your own little sort of polymer little drops and sort of put them in between, as long as they're polished highly.
Yeah, I love that idea, to give a real pop. Speaking of pop, I think they'd go... Oh, hello, you little beauty. Wow, look at that opal. Ladies and gentlemen, honestly, when you get this home and you hold it up to the light, you are going to see a party of bright pinks just dancing around in the centre of these gemstones. If you want to be invited to that party, not long to wait, because they're coming up at about about 1:30. Now, deal of the day would also go amazingly. This deal of the day is just an absolute shocker. Honestly, it really, really, really is. I cannot believe this is your deal of the day. Keshi pearls in purest white. Oh, they just work so well alongside it, don't they? 4:30, ladies and gentlemen, to wait for this deal of the day. And I'll be honest with you, we've made it deal of the day for a few reasons. Number one, it's beauty. Number two, the fact that it's a Keshi pearl and we see it very rarely. And number three, I'm bringing you white Keshi pearl at the lowest price we have available right now. Deal of the day, 4:30. Do not go anywhere for that, because it goes beautifully with this and loads more. After the break, for all of you chainmail lovers, we've got Fleur in on a workshop with Claire and Hannah at the moment, doing a big groupie session. I have got something that Fleur would fall head over heels in love with, and I'm going to bring them up as a star buy. Textured jump rings coming up as quick as you can say. See you on the other side of this break.
Tiger's Eye is a gemstone that can be masculine or feminine. It comes in like these luscious caramel colours, and when you get it in fuchsia, that's my favourite, when it's bright pink. Love that. And the chatoyancy makes it so different. It sort of follows you around the room, so it makes for some really interesting pieces.
Tiger's Eye is one of the first gemstones that I was ever exposed to. My mum bought me a beautiful Tiger's Eye bracelet when I was away at university, and I've worn it ever since. It has a lot of personal value to me. Not only that though, the Jewellery Maker Tiger's Eye, which you can get, exudes so much chatoyancy and more chatoyancy than I've ever seen from any other Tiger's Eye. The carat weights are brilliant, you can get it in dyed qualities, but it's the natural essence of the gemstone which I think people find so attractive about it, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's one of our biggest sellers.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for the home show, where we'll be demonstrating how to apply your favourite technique to accessorise your home.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker, Ivy House, Henley Road, Outhill, Studley, B807DU. Get making and good luck.
These are phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your hands on textured jump rings, now is your opportunity to do so. Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca Redican, but you can call me Becky, and today I am joined by the lady who just works with so many different mediums, you can never really remember what her mediums are. You just tend to go, Debbie Bulford, what does she do? Everything. Yes, it is the wonderful Debbie Bulford.
Hello, good afternoon.
Now, Debbie Bulford, chainmail. you taught me how to chainmail. You're the one who started me off chainmailing, you're the one who got me into chainmailing, and you're the one who I saw doing first ever techniques. I know that chainmail is something very close to your heart.
Yes, I love it.
Tell me why, what it is about it.
I just think it's something that, it's the one item you can make that you can think, I could see that in a jeweller's window.
Ah, good point to
make.
make.
And it's also something that a lot of people think, well, you've passed that down to somebody, because it looks not vintage, it just looks a really substantial, beautiful piece of jewellery. And when you've made it and done the weave, how lovely to give it as a gift, because you've just spent all your heart and soul making it.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. I think a lot of people like chainmail because it's quite methodical.
Yeah, it's repetitive, isn't it? You can lose yourself in it.
You really can. I always think, for me, if you're a knitter, chainmail's probably going to be up your street.
Yes, actually, it's a good way of thinking of it. Yes, absolutely.
Because it is very organised, structured, and there are different looks and different weaves, very much like in knitting, that you can do to create beautiful looks. Now, I've got a mammoth amount in this collection. These are the largest ones I'm going to do. And if you are a chainmailer, I have got different sizes. So that is very important, and we'll talk about that next time. I've got for you as the first of my triple star buys this gorgeous size. You're looking at a mammoth 16.5 and you've got a 2mm wire making these. It's a really gorgeous finish, a really beautiful look. You can create chainmail pieces with these and the ones I've got for you next to create really good looking weaves with lots of lovely texture. Your price point today? £8.95 for 50 of these. Now that is a mammoth amount. When you look at the amount of wire in here, the amount of metal you've got in here, it's absolutely mammoth amount. And we don't get to see jump rings of this size.
No,
really, do we, Debbie B?
We've had some rose gold ones this morning, but I think only one set and a very, very large set. But those in particular are very good because you can... are they closed or are they open? They open?
They are open.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. They've already been cut for you. They're absolutely superb.
Yeah.
And they would make a really lovely feature, wouldn't they, at the front of a necklace?
Yeah,
even if
really.
they're just threaded on, just as a long bar, almost like a gizmo coil, you know, of jump rings, just 5 or 6 together. They would look lovely.
Idea.
But
let me show you, just a bit like this.
Lots of things you can do with them.
There's loads you can do.
Yeah, Karen and I were talking about putting those onto like a silk scarf or something and having them at the front of a silk scarf, like the jewellery that you have on scarves nowadays.
Yes, like the Boy Scouts.
Yes, like a toggle.
Toggle, yes. I can use these in polymer clay as well.
You can indeed. You can sink them into polymer clay. Or you can do tiny image transfers like Donna did this morning. You do a memory bracelet or necklace or something.
I love that
Should be
idea.
nice.
These are phenomenal, aren't they?
Yeah.
£8.95 on these ones. Silver plated copper jump rings, massive size, and nothing we've seen to them like that before. I'm bringing you the next size down now. Tell me why, for the likes of chainmail, it's important to have different sizes.
Because it depends on the inside diameter of the ring to what design you can do. So some weaves you'll find that your jump ring is the inside diameter is too big. So when you do your weaves, the weave actually falls apart. It doesn't actually hold its shape.
Yes.
So you need different size rings for different weaves.
These ones are your 12mm, and they've obviously got the 2mm wire. Now, when we've got different sizes, does it kind of open up new looks for us in a way?
Of course it does. Yeah. You can get as many rings as you want it through that one ring.
Yeah.
Or lots of wires through that one ring. So obviously that gives you more potential to do something with them.
Got you.
You can do some lovely flowers, petals. You could do some really huge contemporary chainmail pendants that would normally be quite delicate. They're lovely.
They're really pretty, aren't they? Very beautiful indeed. And for 50 again, we're giving you a price point of just £6.95. Now you might be thinking, hey up, there's the same amount of jump rings, it's the same texture, why are these cheaper? It's because they have got less copper at the heart of them because of the size of them slightly smaller. And we reflect that. Now I'll be honest with you, Not everywhere that I've seen does that necessarily. You know, you will get the different size of jump rings, and that's just what you get. You get the different sizes in the different shapes or whatever, or the different textures, but you'll pay the same price point no matter how much metal. That's how kind of pernickety we here are at Jewellery Maker. We're so pernickety that we even go, okay, do you know what? There's sort of 4 mil difference in these two. Let's knock that price down, shall we? Let's knock that down. 10 of these in baskets already. People coming in on the phone lines for you. Who's in with us today? Hey up, how are you, Cambridgeshire and Manchester? Hello to Bedfordshire. Kent, lovely to see you. Middlesex, you're in with us too. Hi to Somerset. Lovely to see another Somerset in with us as well. Oh, well, lovely. Cheshire's in. Hiya, Cheshire. Came down from you this morning. Lovely day outside, isn't it? If you are from Cheshire, did anyone hear a really peculiar bang at around about 1 o'clock this morning? Honestly, I thought someone had set a firework off. Was it me? Yeah, I just fell out of bed, that's what it was. Just want to say I'm sorry I fell out of bed. No, very strange. Anyway, Hertfordshire's in. Hello to Cleveland as well. Lots of people all over the world coming in for these. You've got to check out those baskets. Quickly on these ones, very, very popular indeed. And I'm going to bring you the final of our triple whammy star buy. I've got for you here. Oh, Toby, you're getting very good at this. Toby in my ear then. But wait, we can't go below $6.95. You know, in that kind of fake staged, like, oh no, you can't, in that producer way. He's getting very good, he is. I've got for you here something which we're not allowed to take lower than $6.95. I've got for you here the smallest size of this trio. These are your 9 mil rounds. So your inner diameter we're looking at on here is going to be around about 7 mil. So one of our most popular sizes. No, about 7 mil, slightly smaller than that. Because you've got the 2 mil wire. What I've got here for you, by the way, on each of these is the Greek pattern. Don't know if you can see it there, but a really beautiful Greek pattern design. When you look in fabrics at the Greek pattern, it's the one that's kind of the continuous line that goes into the box shapes. It goes into the squares. You see it a lot in kind of fabrics, furniture, homeware. And essentially the Greek pattern, the Greek design is said to represent eternity and a continuous flow. And that's definitely what you get here. There's no sections where it kind of stops and starts. It's almost like you get these continuous circles that go around the piece and kind of connect at the back, almost like, a little bit actually, like Donna did this morning with the clay, when she got it to create that long conical shell and she twisted it and you saw the micas twisting, similar to that. I've only got 50 of these left now because so many of you have checked out. Your price point today, oh no, it's $4.95. That's a naughty price point. You're not allowed to do that, Toby. I will be sending a strongly worded email to the management team. No, I'm only joking, I won't. £4.95 for you today on this. A really great price point, I've got to say. Over 20 in baskets now, and I've got around 30 left. So, 10 people, get on the phone lines now. You can have these delivered to your door by a post person, and in sort of a few days, really. In a few days. Oops. Oh, man. Sorry. Sometimes I do forget I'm on telly. Just throwing stuff around and then reacting to it. Oh, man. Over allocated now, so it's fastest finger first. Just to remind you, these are your 3. Let me show you the different sizes. Small is up on your screen. You've got the medium one and then the large one. These are the differences for you. There you are. So we've only got left now the 12 and the 16.5 because these ones have gone. But just to show you, those are the different sizes we've had on. That's our triple whammy star buy. Well done to you all getting your hands on those ones. Now, I've got coming up for you really shortly this absolute dynamo of a strand. Look at this. I mean, come on, it's beautiful anyway, isn't it? Look at the size of those beauties. Oh, Opal, how I love thee. Ow! Sorry. Sorry, I just poked myself with this tiny, tiny bit of beading thread as I was pulling it around. That was so smooth. And then it got me. All I said was I loved it. It's obviously too soon. It's not in the mood for commitment yet. But anyway, that info will be yours later on, coming up in about 15 minutes. Now, my deal of the day is very, very special, and I've got that coming up for you in a wee while. But before that, I'm giving you the opportunity to get something alongside it that would be very special. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit of a special treat. And what I want to do is give you at home the opportunity to be your own kind of guest designer, if you will. Because what we've done for this section is we've actually made up a kit, essentially. And I'll be honest with you, we thought initially that it was a kit because it looks fully formed and beautifully finished. This kit we gave to one of our budding beaders for her to have a work on, and she's been able to create these really beautiful textured pieces. But I want to give you the opportunity to work with this kit and then do whatever you like with it. And that means that you can then send in your designs to the Wall of Fame. And I would love to see what all of you do differently with this, because this is such a rounded kit, and it will give you a little bit of a taster to see exactly how our guest designers work. 2 strands and a fantastic fabric cord. This is going to be extremely popular, I have to let you know. Ladies and gentlemen, I have got such an exceptional collection here for you that I know you're going to love. Why? Because yes, we have got genuine pearls in here, both Keshi style, one of the most expensive types of pearls on the market now. Why? Because of the way in which these are made up. They're made up with that expensive part of the pearl making process. You have got so much nacre on this, it's just pure nacre, and because of that you get this exceptional luster that is for many kind of unsurpassed by anything else in the pearl world, because you get so many of those microscopic layers of nacre building up over the weeks, months and years. These, ladies and gentlemen, coming in 2 stunning forms. You've got that beautiful, purest as you like, white strand there, which gives such an array of pinks and golds and teal colours. But then you've also got that green. Now, if you're big into your fashion, you will have known that green is one of the colours of this season. We've seen it in all of the catwalk show at the fashion weeks in London, etc. Green is the colour of spring, summer in the fashion world. We've seen it on the likes, being used by the likes of Gary Green, by the likes of Giorgetti. We've seen it on catwalks with the likes of Richard James. This exact type of colour, that bold, rich colour. And we've seen it on a lot of metallic fabrics, the likes of your silk. So realistically, for me, this has to be one of the most bang-on trend strands I have seen for spring, summer. It really, really does. And because we've got that high-end fashion look, but also because we've got that very high-end pearl, I'm pairing it with something that keeps the status up. Genuine silk. Ladies and gentlemen, this isn't your cords that we would normally see for the likes of your macrame. This isn't the likes of your kind of nylon cords that we see a lot of, or even your hemp cords that we see quite a lot of. It's not your satin cord either, which we see a lot of. It's genuine, real deal silk. This is the type of silk or the type of material that is used in history alongside pearls, knotting in between your pearl to make sure that they stay in place. And if the worst was to happen and say your necklace was to come loose, or if like me you were with children and your child was to grab your necklace, you know that with this traditional silk knotting you're only likely to lose one of those pearls. So that's traditionally one of the reasons in which it was used. But also I think it's very much to do with status, very much. You've got that status and that nature and that organic feel of the pearls, and that very much reminiscent of the actual work of the silk itself. 180 metres on that, and the mill's worth of it is 0.1 mil. So this is even finer than the finest wire we do here at Jewellery Maker. This is finer than most of your threading materials you'll get in your threading pack as well. So very workable indeed. Your price point today on this collection, ignore it. If you ignore it, it'll go away. I used to say that about my little brother. Didn't I, Brother Pete? £17.95 for you today on this collection. This is your opportunity to own what is essentially like a kit, and we gave this collection to the wonderful smiling Sue, and Sue worked with it in two different manners. On this necklace here, you can see how she's very much taken the individual pieces and kind of given it the gentle graduation of size, but also the colour, which has just given you such a beautiful look and pearlescence and really makes those greens pop even more. Accidental pop there, sorry about that, always doing that. And you can see how she's used it differently on the bracelet. The bracelet, Sue has very much gone back to the traditional technique in which I was discussing, which was with those beautiful knots in between each one, meaning they're safe, meaning they're secure, meaning they're in place, and also keeping them beautifully fluid, because it really does have a wonderful movement to it. In fact, if I may, can I take that off the stand? I just want to be able to show you how this pearl knotting makes it so different. And this is the perfect way to show it. Thank you for doing this, Sue. If I hold this necklace, you'll be able to see this necklace isn't pearl knotted. You've just got this on a beautiful strand that has the clasp attached. And if I just place this down onto my hand, please note the movement of it. Can you see how it's quite fluid, but can you see how it's also quite stilted? It kind of sticks into place, doesn't it? I'll do that one more time for you. You'll be able to see how it kind of lays quite flat. There's a bit of movement there, but not too much. Now let me show it you with the pearl knotting. Now this is the traditional way, and again, this is one of the reasons it's a very traditional form. You'll be able to see with the pearl knotting, watch how fluid this is. You see the difference. It is like a waterfall, isn't it? And the reason, again, it was traditionally with silk is because it plays along with that fluidity, which means if you're wearing this on the décolletage, it very much highlights some of the most beautiful parts of the body. You know, that gorgeous, when you have the collarbone and it just kind of pours itself over, it just looks so beautiful. And I think that's another great reason that the silk is perfect in this. Treat yourself to this kit today. It's a sensational price point, I have to say. Really great deal. Well done to every single one of you getting your hands on that in those beautiful colours. And as always, smiley face Sue, thank you very much for creating those pieces for us, lovely lady. Don't forget, I have got another strand of Keshi pearls coming up for you later on, slightly different for you, coming up later on, different drill on those, and I think they'll work just beautifully alongside it. Look at that pearlescence. Whoa. Can you see the pearlescence on the top one in particular? Pinks, blues, golds, and that is in part due to the amount of necro you've got on these. Names have gone off my screen now, but I want to say hello to you all. Lovely to be with you. Really, really nice to be with you. And if I show you it with my deal of the day, I just want to show you how different these are, because there is a big difference. The one on the bottom is the strand you've just got. The one on the top is my deal of the day. Big difference, isn't there? You can see the way in which they've drilled is different, so I think they'll be perfect together. But also, you can see the size of the top ones. Luxury size Keshi pearls, meaning you get even more of that pearlescence. That pearlescence is just dancing. I feel like I don't know, at some sort of fairy party, and all of the colours in the rainbow have been invited. You all know exactly what I mean, don't you? Those are coming up 4:30 today. Well done to you all getting your hands on that. A really great collection there. I just think it's an absolute stunner. Oops. Now, don't forget, my opal is coming up in less than 9.5 hours. Way less. It'll be about 10 minutes. What did you say, love? Box numero uno. Come on over here. I've got a little trolley. Just bring it a bit closer. Oh, these bars are good. How do you feel about
They're lovely,
bars?
Aren't they?
In general.
I quite like them, actually.
Depends what music they're playing.
Yeah.
What do you like about these bars specifically?
I love that colour. It's a very clean,
lush,
fresh colour. This morning I said it'd be nice to wire wrap them around a big jump ring. If you've got one of the jump rings, and put that in the middle and then wire wrap them around.
Oh, I like that.
So there'd be like a starburst. But really, I mean, we've done the work for people, really. You just need to restrand them, I think.
Yeah.
I really do.
Would you have them as a neckline piece?
Yeah, I would actually. Have them in a neckline piece and then perhaps split just one or two and make two smaller versions out of those small ones for earrings.
Oh, I like that idea. I think you've got a lot of texture with these when it comes to internally, but I also like the way in which we've shaped these. Can you see? I've got one pointed in one direction and one pointed in the other. And it's a very small thing to note, but I think it makes a big difference. Can you see on these ones how you get one big pan of light? If you look down, for example, this one, you see how you just get one big band of light down there? Whereas on these ones, you'll note that they actually kick off at the end. So that means you get that beam of light that goes down, but then you get that little jut off at the end where the light itself almost moulds around. Now that's going to give you, I think, two very, very different looks. You get one that's almost a little bit more Art Deco, and then you get one that's quite modern and really plays with the light in different ways. Just like we get to facet our own gemstones to give a different feel and a different look. These two have their own different look. If you are brand new, oh boy, we've made life easy. We really have. Get your hands on just a nice round. Any of these gems I've got coming up later, actually, quite a lot of them. I've got these lovely rondelles coming up in coral, coming up in a bit that would work quite nicely. 3 o'clock they're coming up. But just put a little round, a little rondelle, a nice little spacer maybe from the kit earlier on, in between each of these, and it's going to naturally fan out, graduated, so you can have the largest one in the centre, and then you have a really beautiful graduated neckline piece. Really easy to do. Do it in moments. And at this price, for two, you could do it for a bargain. I'm going to take it down lower though. Why? Because I'm thrifty. Your price point today, £5.95. Are you for serious? I couldn't buy a triple layered sandwich for that price. And if you ask me, if it's not triple layered, it's not worth buying. Triple layered sandwich, like a club sandwich. That's an expensive sandwich. No, not at all. Not if you go into those shops where you get a frothy coffee. I find that really hard to say, which is like frothy coffee. Frothy coffee. I could say it like that, but it doesn't sound as good, does it? Frothy. Oh, frothy. Oh, that's why I find it hard. I'm saying it completely wrong. Oh, it begins with an F, doesn't it? Not a TH. What?
How do you say it? Frothy.
Frothy, I say it. How do you say it? Frothy? Oh, that sounds even worse. I sound like I've forgotten to put my teeth in. Anyway, potato, patata, frothy, whatever. £5.95, I think we can all agree, an absolute bargain. Genuine, natural green aventurine. What do you think of that price, please, Debbie Bulford?
I think it's amazing because you've got two necklaces already made, as I said. All the work is done for you, and I just think they are beautiful. They look stunning just left by themselves, or either with black, or even orange or purple. They take on so many different colours.
Yeah, they really do, don't they?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, how do you think? Because I'm talking about green.
Yeah, lovely.
Thanks, Debbie Bulford.
Like that.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That'd be really nice. Just one pearl and then a bar. Pearl, bar.
Yep,
pearl, bar.
I like that.
Yes, I love that idea. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty, aren't they? Okay, roll up, get them whilst you can. Ooh, last few of those ones available. Do treat yourself whilst you have the opportunity to do so. And don't forget, you can use those with the likes of the silk, if you so wish to. £5.95 today. Make sure you're checking out those baskets as soon as you possibly can. And you're not going to believe what would go well with these. Aquamarine ovals. It's a really gentle colour in those aquamarine. But I think with these alongside, it'd bring out that hue even more, wouldn't it? Aquamarine, Debbie Bulford. Discuss.
I just think it's a lovely, delicate, feminine gemstone.
Oh.
It makes you feel very calm. And it's quite ethereal. I don't know what it is about it. It just has an icy quality.
Yeah.
Just with a hint of colour. I just think it's so feminine, so beautiful. And yet, even though it's not pink, it still looks quite feminine.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Because it's not over the top. It's not, hey, guys, look at me. You know, it's really not. It's just really, really beautiful look, isn't it?
It's lovely.
cracking amount of clarity, I have to say. Absolutely eye clean along the vast majority of these. It is just a phenomenal look. Absolutely and completely natural, ladies and gentlemen. March is birthstone, so the perfect time of year to get your hands on it. Your price point today for aquamarine, £11.95 for you today on this collection, on this stunning strand here. Very well-known gemstone. If you've never heard of this gorgeous gemstone, it's part of the beryl family. So a very, very famous family. Beryl family's got the way I always think of gemstone families is like your family name. Okay, so beryl is like the umbrella term. For example, I'm a Redican, okay? So there's me, and then there's my mum Pam, and my dad Phil. Funnily enough, my name's Dad Phil. Dad is not even called Phil. Phil's his middle name, but everyone calls him Phil. Phil, and then there's me gran, Phyllis. I know, really original names. But that's how I think of it, okay? Beryl is like the umbrella term. So in the beryl family, you've got morganite, you've got the likes of emerald in there, and then you have this aquamarine, which is this beautiful, delicate, oceanic-like colour, which has been used by some of the biggest names in the world. And you've probably seen this time and time again, if you're lucky enough, or like me, nosy enough, to have a little look at the Tiffany Blue book that they bring out every year. This gemstone is there more times than I've had hot dinners. Totally and absolutely natural. Ladies and gentlemen, get it whilst you can. £11.95. Okay, let's just take a breath for a moment. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, very exciting opportunity. It's the opal. Start by. It is just phenomenal. I wish you could see this right here, right now, but you can't. The only way you can see this is to ring the phone number here, get this home in a few days, and have a little look at it. Opal deserves a date, okay? I like to take Opal out, you know. Opal loves walks in the park. Opal loves cocktails in bars. Opal loves just nights in, watching television, because opal comes alive and acts differently in different light sources. Take it out for a walk in the park and you will see the gentle hues dancing through these. Take this into candlelight when you're in, you know, the likes of having a meal out or whatever, and you will see that beautiful glow internally really strengthen and move. And then wear it at home and you'll get what you're about to see here, which is just a pureness, a boldness, a strength of character, colour and saturation. And so many textures too. How much? You're joking me. You're pulling my chain. Wow, okay. I did not expect that price point. I do obviously get told what's in the show. I have to prep for the show. I know, that'll shock some of you, won't it? What, she prepares for this? I know, weird. But I do, honestly. But I'll be honest, I don't tend to look that hard at prices of things. I'll tend to just kind of look at what we've got, look at the beauty of it, and then do my research. So I'm absolutely shocked at the price of this. I really am. The quality of this is fantastical. You can see that gorgeous texture in there, can't you? Can you see how you've got that mottled-like effect? Now, the interesting thing with this is when you're looking at it, the colour itself looks out of this world. It doesn't look like anything else. But that is natural, ladies and gentlemen, that colour. It's not a dye that we've put upon this. It's genuine, natural African purple opal. And because it's natural, you still have the opportunity for opalescence within this, and you've most certainly got this. I keep holding this up to the light, which is a shame that you can't see it, but it's purely because the lights in here are so strong, they're very strong indeed, that essentially they can kind of wipe out the colour, the two-dimensional colour of this gemstone. So that's why I say you have to get it home to appreciate it. Really, 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions, no quibbles, no dots or IQ tests or anything. Just send it back if you don't love it. And the fact of the matter is that when you do get this home, hold it up to a light. wear it outdoors, hold it up to a window, hold it up to your natural light, because, and I'm going to describe it to you because I'm going to do it over here. What you get is a proper pop of pink. I mean, it's absolutely palpable. It's bright, it's bold, it is absolutely intense. It's like a mirror ball, it's like a glitter ball, and you get one of the rarest colours of opalescence within there. Now, don't think of it like a pinfire, it's not going to be like that. What you're getting is a glow. It kind of rears from the centre. It's almost like a brilliant, but it's got so much colour to it. It really, really, really does. It's just beautiful. Honestly, it's absolutely glowing. And like I say, when you look at this with a light behind it, you'll be able to see that glow yourself. You truly will, because it is just absolutely captivating. Get your hands on this whilst you can, because I'm absolutely blown away by the price. Bearing in mind I've got the glow on here, and don't forget, for me, you don't get glow like this in every single purple opal at all. It's very much to do with quality, and the quality is up there. Therefore, sensible among us would expect the price to be up there. I did not expect this. £11.95 for you today. That is absolutely exceptional deal, an exceptional price point. Debbie Bulford, what do you think of this strand, please?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Isn't it?
It's more purple than a forget-me-not blue, but it's not quite...
Oh, you're right.
Not quite a lilac. It's the most unusual colour I think I've ever seen.
It's just stunning, isn't it?
Beautiful. It really is. Absolutely gorgeous.
It's so eye-catching. And, Debbie Bulford, I whispered this behind your back before. How rude. This is your challenge.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
See? I whispered behind your back.
You did.
What are you thinking? Oh, sorry, I've literally just pounced that upon you, and right now I'm going to go, so what are you going to do? But I've given you a bit more time now. What are you thinking of doing with this as your challenge?
Oh, I don't know. I think that would look nice with some rose gold.
Yeah?
I really do. I think it would look nice with rose gold. I really don't know. Until I get hold of it, I will tell you when I get hold of it.
Ah, when you get hold of it.
I'll see how big the holes are first.
Yeah. They're quite sizable by the looks of them.
I want to see what I can thread through it before I know what I can do with it. If you
Okay, I'm going to show you them like that.
Oh, they're good.
Oh, nice, aren't they?
They are.
Good size on them. Oh, I do apologise about my chip nail varnish. That happened before. I was peeling a fat boomer and it just pings off. I'm so sorry. Fat boomer, by the way, is what I call a satsuma. Sorry. So I forget that I have my own language of thing. A fat boomer is a satsuma. Sorry, it's weird, I know.
Love it.
But yeah, sorry, it chipped off when I was peeling my citrus fruit earlier on. Sorry, but it was about 3 minutes before we came to air. I just didn't have a chance. So I am sorry. Next time I'll have to throw a diva. Someone peel my citrus. Anyway, £11.95. The amount of people treating themselves to this is absolutely epic. And if you don't mind, Debbie Bulford,
yes,
I'm going to pass this over to you.
Yes,
because I'd like you to have a little look at this light party.
Right.
In the gemstone.
In the gemstone.
Because you
Would you like to come and get it?
Yeah, go on then.
Go on then.
But if you just hold it up to the light like this.
Oh my goodness.
Told you.
I've never seen that before. Oh wow.
Told you.
I'm keeping it now.
That's my I told you so face. Annoying, isn't it? Smug.
Honestly, Becky, I've never seen that before.
It's amazing, isn't it? What are you seeing?
Amazing.
I've put it in my rubbish words. You make sense now.
It's like pink or like raspberry sort of flashes on the inside. It's lovely. Oh, that's beautiful.
Chuffed as peas, aren't you?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Now, you saw I started off with, I can't even remember. 170. 100. Oh my gosh, look at 100, sorry. Proper northern today, aren't I? 170 we started off with. That means I've got 100 of these gone. And I've got, how many in baskets? Mammoth amount. About over 30 in baskets. So if you want it, you know what to do, right? 0800 644 655. Press option 1. And if you're ordering for the first time today, look at these. Free with your order. you get this great DVD. Have you seen how much is on it? Oh, it's absolutely fantabulous. You've had a big hand in with these, haven't you, Debbie Bulford?
I have indeed. Yes, I filmed them with Eleanor. And it covers a lot of things, actually. It covers,
really does.
Yeah, it really does. Goes into quite a lot of detail.
And this Get Started booklet's brilliant as well. Tells you everything. Tells you about the likes of the beading threads that we had on earlier. Tells you about all these different tools. Shows you how to make a simple set of earrings and things to really get you started on your way. Honestly, absolute. Easy to follow. Really simple. And a photo form as well if you're a bit of a visual learner like myself. So, all of that on your first order, absolutely free as a bee. 59 of those ones left, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to be quick and get them whilst you can. Now, do not forget, deal of the day coming up for you, 4:30. And also, this is another bit of a shocker, I'll be honest, the price of this. Really is. It really is. In fact, it's the lowest price a white cashew we have at the moment, which I always think our white cashews are an amazing price, because as soon as you type in cashew pearl into your search engine and go into the shopping bit, £200 upwards. I mean, you can see strands that are just singular for around the £50 mark, but that's not doing anything with them. Astonishing price point on these. But also don't forget, coming up, just after you see these, Debbie Bulford will be showing exactly what she's done with her challenge. So, purchase the opal now, and in a little bit of a time, we'll have a look at what Debbie Bulford's made. We're all waiting with bated breath.
Right then.
No pressure. No pressure. £11.95 for you today on that gorgeous strand. And last chance for you to be able to get your hands on that, on the opal, sorry, and then first chance to get your hands on those at about 4:30. Okie pokey. Bring them to you. Oh, Toby's favourite. Toby's favourite gemstone now. Now, if you haven't met Toby before, Toby is my gorgeous producer. He likes to sit in the very dark box. There you are. Hi, Tobes. You're right, Toby. Possibly the hairiest man at Jewellery Maker, if you don't mind me saying. And there's Maggie. Hey, Maggie. You all right? Look at the hair on that. I know, sheen-like, isn't it? I'm talking about Maggie's hair there, not all of this. Not your sheeny beard. But this is my producer Toby's favourite gemstone, I think. He loves his ametrine. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a really unique strand of this ametrine, I have to say, because vast majority of the time we bring you it, it's faceted, but this isn't. Now, I think because this isn't faceted, that means less of a distraction from the colour change of the gem. Now, this is a really unique gemstone, and again, if you are new, please do forgive me if I keep telling you stuff that you know, but it's just because we're having so many new people coming in all the time. And let's face it, sometimes I have to make up for my pure ridiculousness with interesting facts. So if you are new to us and you see this beautiful gem, can you see how you get the variation of colours? So you've got that really lovely gentle purple, and it kind of fades into that really wonderful honey gold. That's because, in a strange way, it's two different gemstones in one. You've got the quartz family, which we discussed earlier on about the gemstone families. And in the quartz family, you have two different gemstones kind of meeting into one here. You get the purple quartz, which we all know as amethyst, and then you get that golden quartz, which we all know as citrine. Now, when these two meet together like this, and you get that beautiful hue of them misting into one another, we call it ametrine. So that's what this gemstone is. It's amethyst and citrine made into one by Mother Nature. Sorry. Oh no, just got the Spice Girls in my head then. To become one. If you need ametrine like you've never needed ametrine before, then please put this in your basket, because you saw the arrows, I saw the arrows. Your price point today has rolled it down to just £14.95. We don't get to see this gemstone often at all. It's from a very remote area in Bolivia, so remote in fact that the miners themselves have to get on a plane to go to work. That's how remote it is. It's so out in the middle of nowhere. Very small mining area for this indeed, absolutely minuscule in fact. And because it is so remote and because it is so hard to get our hands on, it is becoming worse and worse and worse for us actually to get our hands on. The last the last three kind of buying missions, let's say we tried to buy well, a number of different gemstones. And weirdly, the two hardest gemstones to get hands on in the last 3 buying missions, in fact we didn't actually manage to get any, was the Russian chrome dioxide and this gemstone, both of which harder to purchase for us than tanzanite was. Which is amazing when you think of it. We knew that Russian chrome dioxide was always tricky to get. We knew it's always going to be low yields, and we kind of get an idea when the weather kicks in of how good a yield's going to be for the year. But this one kind of sprung upon us out of nowhere. The rarity of it has just kind of shot through the roof. £14.95 for it today on that one. Get it whilst you can. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love this gemstone. Okay. Imperial topaz. This gemstone I'm about to show you, it is a type of topaz, but it's way and above, kind of more in status, in name, in the history of it for many as well. You and I wouldn't have been able to wear this way back when. We weren't allowed to, unless you are a member of the royal family and you're watching. You could have watched it, you could have worn this, but everyone else wouldn't have been able to. This was reserved for the czars and royalty. We can all own it today though. The quality of this is very beautiful indeed when you look at the colouring in particular. Now, Imperial topaz, you can't get it all the time. It's quite a tricky gemstone to mine, I have to say. It's a gemstone in which we can only get our hands on a few, well, really a few months of the year. Because a lot of the time where we get this, it's really unusual, right? It's really, really strange. But the place in which we get this from, okay, is a huge mine. It's quite a large mine, but it's like a pit. It's like a sunken area that we get this. And the location itself floods pretty much on a year-to-year basis. And it floods so heavily that you can't actually get any miners into that location and can't get any miners in there. So he spends hundreds of thousands of pounds using the pumps to get that water out, to excavate the walker. Which means we've actually been able to kind of get that water out and to be able to get back in there. But even when we can get back in there and we can do our mining mission there, we're only allowed 3 miners in at any one time. That is a minuscule amount. Think about all these different mines. Think about all these different mining areas that there's none that just have 3 at a time. You get ones that have, you know, 40. 50, sometimes even more than that miners at a time, but not as small as this. It's a gemstone which I have to say I've probably new strands wise been able to show you about 4 in my kind of couple of years here, so it's very unusual for us to be able to see it. An absolutely glowing example. You can see that strength of colour melting through here, can't you? Just stunning. Your price point today for this incredibly strong Imperial topaz. Whoa! Ooh. Wow, I didn't know I could go that manly. Oh my gosh. £16.95. I was worrying at the £22 mark because I know how rare this is. I know how difficult this is to get your hands on. I've seen the actual mine itself and how difficult it is to spot a piece of rough of this. £16.95 is an absolute showstopper of a knockout deal. It really, really is. A gemstone that you and I wouldn't have been able to own in the past at all. That is a big price drop that no one would have imagined. And the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, that when you've got a gemstone such as this, when you've got a beauty such as this, and you've got status such as this, it really is something to behold. In particular, is when I kind of hold it out, you can see those different colours, can't you? You can see there's a variation in that. And that is a wonderful, wonderful thing for us jewellery makers, because it means we can have a really gentle, kind of subtle colourings in our pieces if we want to for certain days. But then we want the big, bolder colours, the kind of very vintage colours, the almost industrial colours, then you've got those in there as well. A sunset of a gemstone if I ever did see one, and it's £16.95, an absolute phenomenal deal really, because we don't normally expect price points like that on Imperial topaz, do we?
I think I've only ever seen that once before on the show. Only once before.
Yeah.
And I just
think
how
many years have you been here, remind us?
About nearly 6.
Nearly 6 years. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's only twice I've seen it. It reminds me of beer quartz a little bit. Very similar, not quite as golden, but just the look of it. And I do think that's the sort of gemstone that goes through all the seasons. It's just such a beautiful backdrop. The sparkle from over here is incredible. It's a very elegant gemstone.
Elegant, good word, definitely elegant.
Beautiful.
I just think it's stunning, I really do. Very much a connoisseur's choice. Well done, connoisseurs, for getting that. You know it's a bargain, and so do I. £16.95, absolute treat and a half. How do you feel about getting your hands on some half-drilled white pearls? Now, I'm just going to have to get them out of this little bag. I've got for you some half-drilled white pearls here, and they're in the button form. Now, what we've got here is half-drilled. Does what it says on the tin. We haven't drilled it all the way through. It's just drilled through one side, which means if you want to use these in your wire work, you absolutely can. Because this is how it would look from the front, and this is how it would look from the back. So you can see you've got your half drill section. You can pop a little bit, well, what we tend to do is you can buy little bails for these or little stud earrings with these if you want to. Even if you've just got a pair of ball stud earrings, snip that ball off the end, pop a bit of glue in, you've made yourself a stud pair of earrings with a butterfly back, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or of course you can use these in wire work. Get your wire, pop it through, bit of glue. You've always got these little bud designs, haven't you? Perfect for making earrings, but use them individually as well if you so wish. You're getting 6 of them in total. It's genuine pearl, don't forget. It's not plastic, it's not glass, it's not pearl batter that's been splodged into this like ice cube tray and left for a week to just relax by itself. It's real deal pearls made by Mother Nature, created in this mollusk whereby it releases this nacre that builds up time and time and time again. More and more and more each time. Go great with my deal of the day coming up in a bit. Your price point today, ladies and gentlemen, is £6.95. Now think if you just did these as earrings, okay? You've already got stud earrings. I did you some the other week, didn't I? Stud earrings, chop off that ball detail at the front if you want to, and then just glue these on. You could make 3 pairs. Working out just a few pounds per pair, isn't it? I think that is phenomenal. For the real deal, genuine gemstone pieces, and don't forget, not everyone gets to use the real deal organics. The likes of Chanel still often working with the faux pearls or the kind of effect pearls. Coco herself, Coco Chanel herself, actually started working with the pearls. Obviously we think Coco Chanel, we think of pearls, don't we, and all her quotes about strings and strings of pearls. When she started working with pearls, and for the vast majority of her life, she wasn't working with the real deal. She was working with synthetics, she was working with fakes, time and time again, because essentially that's all she could get her hands on and that's all she could kind of afford. At that price point today though, ladies and gentlemen, we can kind of do a step better and get the real thing. £6.95. Well done to you all getting them. Lots of multi-buyers. Nice to see all of your happy faces today. Well done to you all. I've got emerald rondelles now. We were talking about green earlier on, weren't we, and saying how it is the place to be right now. And I've got to say that with these pearls, this is very much the look that I've seen time and time again. A really stunning juxtaposition there between this big, bold green tone with that oh so delicate pearlescence coming from those genuine real deal pearls. This is, ladies and gentlemen, a strand of genuine emerald. I always feel a bit goosebumpily when I say that. I really do. Genuine emerald. It kind of makes you feel prestigious, doesn't it? It's got that name, it's got that status, because of course we are dealing with one of our big 4 here. We are dealing with one of those big known gemstones. Very, very, very notable indeed. When we're dealing with emerald, you've got a gemstone which has been worn for so many years by pharaohs and queens and kings. What we have with this strand here is a really unique emerald in a number of ways. First things first is the actual hue of this. Now the hue itself, obviously with an emerald, will always stay the same, but the colouring of it itself is very different in 2 terms. Number 1 is the tone, number 2 is the saturation point. For me on this, we're close to that Gamu point. We really, really are with your saturation. What that basically means is, it's well, how do I describe saturation? I always describe it like this. You know butter, okay? I know this isn't the most glamorous of kind of analogies, but bear with. You know butter. Butter, the hue of butter is yellow, isn't it? The tone of butter, you're looking at around sort of 30%. Tone being 0% is white and black is 100%. So you're looking at around a 30%, are you? They're very, very different in saturation to that of one of those fluorescent yellow safety jackets. Even though the hue is the same as the butter, they're both yellow, and even though the tone is the same, you're looking at around the 40%. But in one of those fluorescent jackets, it's bright, it's bold, it's in your face. That is the difference in saturation. And that's exactly what's different about this strand here. The saturation isn't a buttery colour, is it? It's bold, it's bright, it's almost luminous in its colour. And the thing I love about that is I know that when I wear this, people are going to know it's emerald. They're not going to be squinting at it and thinking it's a bit wishy-washy, almost a bit diluted. They're going to know instantly I'm wearing emerald. I ain't going to tell them that it was this price if you don't. £14.95. That is astonishing for that beautiful, beautiful point of saturation, that amazing, iconic, hue that we've got here, that absolute perfect tone that we would expect from an emerald, and at that carat weight. £14.95 for the real deal. Debbie Bulford, what do you think of that?
Oh, it's fabulous. I mean, that's one gemstone that I think would just... It shines through whether you put it with silver, rose gold, gold, antique bronze. It just shines and just becomes, you know, just the focal point. It's the most gorgeous, gorgeous colour, isn't it?
It's really eye-catching.
It's a very fresh colour, isn't it?
So fresh. Very bang on trend for this year.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Really is.
Yeah,
£14.95. Now, if you're new, by the way, you're probably tuning in going, hey, up. Emerald, where's the catch? Where is it? There is no catch. It is real deal emerald. It's not plastic, it's not glass, it's not like one of those weird named, you know, gemstones. You know where they do like faux gemstones and they call them stuff like emeraldique. Do you know what I mean? It's not one of them. It's real deal emerald. It's the true thing. It's just the fact that we cut out all the middlemen. We go straight to the miners. We have great relationships with so many of our miners, and we just cut out the middlemen time and time and time again. We do a lot of it ourselves. So it's just a great deal for you. It really is. And also, don't forget, we're not paying big amounts of money like some, you know, well-known companies might for the likes of all the branding and have their name on everything. We don't charge extra for things like that, so a really special deal there. £14.95. I just think that's amazing for emerald. It always shocks me, I have to say. It always does. And you know what, I'd really like the idea. Just imagine a couple of those in between these. You could actually use them in between them. Obviously a bit of wire or beading thread there to hold them in place, but it'd almost look a wee bit channel set, wouldn't it? Great thing with these loops as well is you can do what we sometimes refer to as a bubble design. And what that means is you can add loads of different gemstones to head pins so that when you kind of move it, it gives a little bit of a shake. It has a beautiful movement, but it looks really big and bejewelled. It's really nice. You should give it a go. These are your adjustable silver plated rings that we got here. And they are adjustable. If I just give it a little spin, you'll be able to see at the back there, adjustable. So if it's too large for you, it's just the right size for me actually, but it is too large for you, you can cut these down and file them down and make them smaller. Or you can just overlap them. You can tuck one underneath the other if you want. And of course, because they are adjustable both ways, if it's too small for you, then of course you can enlarge it as well. Genuine, real deal, precious metal we've got over the top of this copper, undulating into every single nook and groove and cranny of that really beautiful design. Really wonderful, isn't it? I think that you've got a beautiful wearability with these as well, which is something very important for me. I have to be honest, I am one of those people who sees something and thinks, how on earth am I going to wear that? That just doesn't look possible, but I will still buy it just because I love the look of it. But wearability for me in particular on the likes of rings is something that is very important to me. I'm not going to kind of get treat myself to a ring that doesn't fit me. I don't have to worry about that. And I'm also not going to get my hands on a ring in kind of something that I don't think is going to look and feel comfortable. This most certainly is comfortable. You've got those beautiful rounded sides. It's not sharp, it's not stiff, but also you can see the band on this. It's not a small amount, is it? It's not like some of those rings you see that are like a whisper of metal. Do you know what I mean? Some of those rings you see that have the tiniest piece of metal around them actually makes them very uncomfortable, makes them feel like they're there. This, it doesn't. Smooth edge, lovely big surface area to it, so a very comfortable ring to wear day in, day out. Your price point today on a collection of 10, yep, not the type of price points we're usually doing, is it, ladies and gentlemen, for you today? It was £5.95. That is an astonishing deal. It really, really is, to be able to get your hands on these. And don't forget, even if you just chop these off and have them as a nice bit of a ring, because it is simple as you like. But you could do so much more with these, can't you, Debbie Bulford?
You can. You can flatten them out and have them for the top of a bracelet, can't you?
Yes.
You can also do the same. You can flatten them out and do a little loop on either end and have that as a connection to a really funky necklace.
Yeah.
Or you can do all sorts of things with these. You really can.
You? I'm just having a
look.
look.
That would look nice, actually.
It fits.
That would look lovely.
Two perfectly in between each one.
Yeah.
Can you see that? If I sort of knock that in, you can fit two perfectly in between each of these. This is a star buy coming up for you in a little bit. Who here likes naughty prices that my producer gets emails about?
Yes.
Yeah, me. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
All of us. Yeah, Michael does. Michael's waving his hands in the air like he just don't care. Look at him. I've got more naughty prices coming up for you. You look like you're at a Take That concert for a bit, I'll be honest, just with your lighter out. Anyway, I will be back after the break with naughty prices like this on this stunning strand here. So if you want more naughty prices, we're going to be back in a few minutes, so we will see you on the other side of the break.
Tune into Jewellery Maker for the home show, where we'll be demonstrating how to apply your favourite technique to accessorise your home.
Are you new to jewellery making? Not sure where to start? Then head over to our website and check out our Get Started page. Watch the welcome message from presenter Carol and find out all about Jewellery Maker. Watch one of our easy to follow tutorials where our guest designers will teach you the basics and give you the confidence to start making earrings, bracelets and necklaces. If you prefer to simply have a go, then check out our starter kits. They contain everything you need, including instructions, tools, gemstones and clasps, allowing you to create your very first jewellery pieces. You can either watch the video tutorial or follow the step-by-step instructions to give you plenty of inspiration. We also have an array of beginners workshops that you can attend here at our studios and join our experienced designers and get a taste for this fabulous hobby. We will guide you through the basics to get you started making your own beautiful jewellery. Everyone is welcome in the jewellery making family, so start your jewellery making journey today.
Good afternoon, jewellery makers, crafters, creatives and all of you in between. How are you all today? Really fantabulous to be with you all. My name is Rebecca Redican, but you can call me Becky, and I have got Inspiration Station just to my side. I'm sitting over in Inspiration Station, which we're going to be chucking along into later. First up, whoop whoop, Debbie Bulford.
Hello.
Weirdest intro ever?
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely,
Good,
yes.
good. I'm glad. How are you doing, Bea?
I'm very well, thank you.
What are we expecting in the secondary kit, please?
There's plenty of jump rings for people who like chainmail,
right.
and some lovely coloured cords as well, so something a bit different.
We've got a lot of different textures and movement with the juxtaposition between kind of the metal and the cord.
Yeah.
Quite unusual to work like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually. I quite enjoy doing this. I love doing the kumahima with these particular coloured cords. I think they look really lovely together. Look really, really pretty.
They are super pretty.
But then again, the chainmail, I enjoy getting back into chainmail as well.
Yeah.
I really did.
Long lost friend chainmail.
Yes.
We'll chat more to Debbie B and more about this kit in a wee while. But I just need to let everybody know, ladies and gentlemen, that if you want to get your hands on this kit, you only have to wait a couple of minutes. Not long to wait at all today. I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope your hump day is fantastic. What have we got now, Tobster? We have, of course, how could I forget? We have got our start by. Now, this is a naughty one, and just before we get the graphics in, we're going to get the graphics in a second. I'm just going to let you know. It's new, it's beautiful, and it's going to one of those price points that we always get emails about from manager Martha going, seriously guys, I've told you, $6.95, don't make me tell you again, lowest price we can go to on an individual strand, and then we all read the email and kind of put it in our spam folder and go, oh no, I never got it. One of those prices, okay? Now, this is a stunner of a strand, and just before I show you it, I want to make you very aware, for anyone who is new, all of our gemstones are ethically sourced, all of our organics are ethically sourced as well, including our coral, which is just unlike any other strand of coral I have seen. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Genuine, real deal coral. The graphics are in, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself on that phone as quick as a whippet, because you have got the opportunity to get this for an amazing price. Sorry, I was just laughing because I got this mental image of a whippet trying to make a phone call. But anyway, it's the little things. 0800 644 655 today to get your hands on this genuine coral. Can you see that internal texture of these? Could you see that kind of beauty? Oh, on the record it just does it perfectly. Could you see how you get that stunning effect of the genuine natural details on here? I always think of it a little bit like aged tree lines, but the opposite way around. And that is because of the way the coral itself is formed, okay? We can all see the arrows. Don't tell management. Okay, everybody, if you ring in now, you will get that final set price point. That is the price point you're going to pay. If you want to call the call centre and just find out what that price is, then I would suggest you do it now. We will bring the price in very soon for you on the screen, though. If you're watching on the web, yes, that is the price. No, it's not a typo. But if management ask, yes, it was a typo. Do treat yourself to this as quickly as you possibly can, because very unusual for us to see anything like this. We haven't been into the coral reef to disrupt any of these gorgeous, wonderful, natural living areas. We haven't gone with a trawler net trying to catch Nemo and accidentally dragged up some of this coral. It is something absolutely ethically sourced. It's actually from areas where by seas. This is where we get the majority of it anyway. We get some of it washed up, but it's a tiny, tiny, tiny proportion. The vast majority we actually get from locations whereby seas used to exist, but no longer do exist. So ancient areas whereby there used to be constant seawater and no longer is, and therefore the coral itself has kind of been fossilised, let's say, for many, many, many years already. So we collect it from there, so no disturbing any marine life or upsetting any of the animals, which is always important. These are fab looking, don't you think?
Oh, I love it. I love that sort of colour. You don't get the intensity with other gemstones at all.
I agree with you.
I think there's something about it almost glows, that colour.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful, and that's the perfect colour to take on holiday. Because as soon as you start to get a little bit of colour, it accentuates it. Do you know what I mean? It makes you look even healthier than you really are.
Yeah.
But I think it's stunning, absolutely stunning.
It's just, it almost makes you look more tanned.
It does. That's what I mean. It makes you absolutely glow. It makes your skin look a lot darker, doesn't it?
Look at that. Pasty. Ew. Ew. Get some sunlight. Oh, tan-fastic. That's amazing, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's really nice. And it looks stunning with so many different colours, with electric blues, with purples, and with black it looks amazing.
I love the idea of this with a big, bold statement black colour. Maybe you could have it with that silk that I had earlier on, the black silk that was in that collection with the cashew pearls.
You could.
That would really make it pop, wouldn't it?
Yep.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, new strand in for you right here, right now. ZEGP27 is your code. ZEGP27. I'm telling you that and I'm repeating that because I want you all to ring the call centre now and just say ZEGP, leave it for a bit to make it awkward, 27, and you'll be able to treat yourself to this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, your price point today is an absolute corker. £4.95. It shouldn't have been. What was this out? Wasn't it £7.95, £8.95, something like that? Wasn't it? £4.95 for you today is the price point we've rolled this down to. That is an absolute shocker. It really, really is. Now, ladies and gents, your names have gone off my screen. There's so many multi-buyers on this. It's like multi-buyer central. £4.95. Now, this is made from an organic. It is an organic. That's why it's not got a carat weight, by the way. Just so you all know, if you are new, just because you don't see a carat weight next to something doesn't mean that it's not a real deal gemstone. It is. It's just they're classified as organics, and therefore organics don't. So like you will never see a carat weight next to jet or next to a pearl or next to abalone or whatever or coral but it's still a natural gemstone. It's still a real deal organic, and it is classed as a gemstone set into beautiful jewellery. So it is still the real deal. And the fact of the matter is, you're getting a mammoth amount of this. You truly are. You can see no space on this, no kind of knots in between these. It's just coral upon coral upon coral. And if I measure it for you, just to give you an idea of approximately how much you're getting, this is from coral to coral. Look at that. 41 centimetres my strand is. You don't see it as a neck? As a neck? As a neckline piece. You could make it a neck, I suppose, if you did a little polymer person, couldn't you, Debbie Bulford?
You could.
Would you?
No.
No? Okay. £4.95. Maggie, your sneeze is adorable. Oh my gosh, my director, Maggie, just did a little sneeze. Sounded like one of the gremlins. Anyway, that was meant to be a compliment. Anyway, loads of you coming in for these. Lovely to see Devon, Suffolk, Angus, Cornwall, Essex, Greater Manchester, Aberdeenshire, Devon. I've got Lanarkshire in, Surrey's in, County Durham's in. Hello to East Riding. Hello to Yorkshire. Nice to see you. West Yorkshire and County Antrim. Loads of you coming in. I can't keep up with you all, but it's wonderful to see you all. Happy midweek. Are you getting ready and raring for the Easter weekend? Debbie Bulford.
I'm hoping just to have a rest. I seem to have been on the go for quite a few days, and I'm just quite looking forward to doing nothing, actually.
I think, can I just say, I think you're doing very well. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but when the show started, Debbie Bulford just went, let me just say, if I stay awake for the full 4 hours, it'll be a miracle. So I think you're doing very well.
Yes, I might flag the last hour. If I start to snore, you will tell me.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no problem. Now, this is a great deal and a great price. And I think for this kind of season, this kind of Easter season, you know, to add a little bit of those summer is coming colours to your wardrobes is always a nice idea. Now, quantity-wise, I wish I could say, oh, I've got 179 left. But I simply don't. I simply do not. Double figures I'm in. So it is fastest finger first right now. 0800 644 655. Press option number 1. And if you're into an organic, I've got something in the kit that would work perfectly with it. Another organic This time, shell. These shell droppers are beautiful. They are really, really pretty. I love that you've got that sheen to these. You know how Donna did earlier on with the Kato? She worked with the Manco powders into the Kato clay and it gave you that stunning kind of iridescence, that chatoyancy almost. It's very reminiscent of that. You could definitely recreate a beautiful look with these, I think. That coral has just gone off your screen. I am low in stock, but there is opportunities still if you wish to get your hands on the last few of those at that naughty price point. And by the way, don't tell management that we took it to that because we'll get in trouble. Okay, this is your fabulous fusion collection, and as you can see here, let me move that to the side so you can see it a bit better. And as you can see here, you've got these mammoth shell drops. What do you think of these shell drops?
I just think they're beautiful. They really are. The shine on them is superb. I mean, they're ideal for fascinators to make flowers or what have you. Really beautiful. Really beautiful.
Look at that. It's like a mirror. It's just magnificent to look at, isn't it?
It is.
I love how that light just follows this around. And don't forget, if you just put one of these on a piece of chain really simply, that light will still follow around as you kind of walk past it. You know, the light will very much follow the gaze, follow the viewer's eye line. I absolutely adore those. Big amount you get on there as well, and they are a really nice large size, so they're definitely going to be eye-catching without being too audacious because of that beautiful gentle colouring. 30 by 20 on those ones. So you've got an, as you can see, drill hole just placed at the top there. I've then got another bead scoop. Scoop! There it is. What do you like about the bead scoop, Debbie B?
I just like the fact that you don't know what you're getting. I think it's lovely. But at least the bead scoops are in colours.
Yes.
So you sort of know what you're getting. So you know you're getting the colours, the tones that you like.
Yeah.
But the actual gemstones in there, you have no idea. But whoever's sorting them is being quite sensible to make sure that you've got at least sort of 2 or 3 of each one, so you can make earrings and a pendant or something.
Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What do you do?
What do I do? Not a lot, really.
With a bead scoop. When you get a bead scoop, what's the first thing you do?
I know exactly what you mean. First of all, I tip them all out and I try and put
over the floor, like I did.
Yeah, absolutely. Best thing to do. Throw them in the air.
Yeah.
And pick them up, put them back in the bowl, and then sort them out. I do what you're doing. I make sure I've got 2 or 3 sets that I know I've got for earrings, first of all. Yeah. And make sure that they're matching and what have you. And then try and put them into pairs to make up a necklace with even numbers, or pick out 1 or 2 that are really different. I mean, I've got loads left I haven't touched here.
Come back.
But I do like it.
Oh, sorry, if you stopped talking.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, miles away I was then. I was having a lovely time. Oh, really nice. There's something very different about sorting gemstones than, say, sorting socks. Do you know what I mean?
I think there is.
There's a big difference.
There is, yes, I'm glad you know that.
Sorting socks? Oh, dull. Sorting gemstones, absolutely captivating. Just look at the different types. I'm just getting these out just to show you exactly this is what Debbie B is saying. So you can see I've got a pair there. I've got more than a pair. You can see how many I've got left in here. But I've got a big collection there. I've got some beautiful shell in those purple tones over here. I've got some natural looking kind of amethyst there. And then I've got kind of a mystic coated one. I have these beautiful sugar candy pop gemstone rounds over here too, which are mischievous little creatures. But you can see, oh, look at that one. Flames. Look at that. That's huge. It's almost like a chevron amethyst, that. Oh, I love that. Oh. Oh, centre drilled. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is you get loads of different goodies in here. And you can see, I won't pour them all out because you know it's going to happen. But you can see how many I've got. It's absolutely masses of them. So that is your bead scoop. Coming in your purpley pink toners. But you can see not OTT. And it's just amazing the types of things. Oh my gosh, these are so exciting. There's loads of different goodies you can get in there. Really beautiful. Loads of amethyst, which is fantastical. But because you've got the pink and the purple tones, what type of gemstones might you get? Well, you might be getting your shells, you might be getting your rose quartz, you might be getting the likes of your amethyst, you could even be getting morganite, you lucky devils. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? And ametrine, of course. Okay, let's talk about the cords now. what do you love about these Eslon cords, please, Debbie Bulford?
I like the fact they're not too shiny.
No.
Do you know, satin cords are lovely, made into certain things, but sometimes it's nice to have cords that have a sheen to them but aren't shiny.
Yeah.
They're very well made. They don't fray at the end quite as much as some embroidery threads would. You know, when you cut into them and they all disappear. Whereas these do hold their shape quite well. And they're quite substantial and very, very strong. I like the different thicknesses as well, so you can use them with your different beads.
Yes. So you can see that these two in colour looking very similar, but thickness-wise, quite different. You've got the top one here, which is your 0.4, and then you've got one at the bottom, which is your 0.9, so quite a bit thicker. This one more likely to go through more gemstones, and this one to give you a chunkier look and feel. I'm sure if you're a crocheter or a knitter, you'll know about the kind of differences between different gauges. You've also got the 0.4 in that wonderful rose quartz and amethyst colour. It's like we did it on purpose, goes perfectly with the bead scoop. And then, last, but by no means least, let's jump to action with the jump rings. Now, I just wanted to get a few out there so that you could see the different sizes. Now, why, oh why, are different size jump rings like this important, Debbie Bulford?
Well, similar to the large jump rings we had earlier, it means that you can do your different weaves. So you need different sizes for different weaves. These in particular, though, whether you do chainmail or not, I would say this kit is very useful because we all need jump rings, no matter whether you use them in chainmail or whether you use them just in a bracelet or a necklace fastening. You always need jump rings. It's the one thing you can never find. 2 or 3 jump rings are the same size. Do you find that? You go through your findings box and you think, I need 2 or 3, and you think, why have I got all these different sizes? So it's nice to get the substantial amount of jump rings.
And you do get a mammoth amount as well. You really do. 2 different sizes, 200 of each. So 400 in total. You get 5mm and 6mm on these. 6mm, of course, the largest, the one at the back, as that you can see. The fact of the matter is that when we talk about our different size jump rings, we are talking about... Oh, bless him!
Sorry.
Oh, was it a good one?
Yes.
Oh, I like a nice
doing that
sneeze.
this morning as well. I don't know what's in here. Something's making everybody sneeze.
It's that pepper I put in the aircon. Yeah, anyway, and we always talk in your size about your outer diameter on these. So your inner diameter on these, you're looking at about about a sort of 3.5 to 4 on the smallest ones. And obviously larger on the 6mm. These are in that really lovely rose gold plate, and it has got copper at the core of it. So let's reiterate, shall we? Everything you can see on screen now you are getting, which includes, but is not limited to, 200 5mm jump rings, 200 6mm jump rings, a bead scoop, and cords. Don't forget about those shells though, eh? Got loads of them too. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring you a really naughty price point, shall we? At £35, okay, this is a kit with cords, real deal gemstones, real deal organics, bead scoop we hardly get to see, and 400 jump rings, which usually quite a high price point when you're looking at rose gold plating, bearing in mind rose gold, the hardest colour to get our hands on, that I've noticed anyway. Keep all of that in mind and then wait for this price crash. Do not forget, this price crash will not stay at that price until only until 8 o'clock, so you've got to come in quickly or else you'll have to pay that higher price point, £22.95 for this mammoth amount you're getting. I mean, look at it all. I can't even pour out all these gemstones or all of these jump rings, but I'm telling you, there's absolute epic amounts. And don't forget, you get free inspiration as well. What do you think, Debbie Bulford?
Well, it's not until you start stranding those beads together that you realise how many beads are in there. As with most scoops. I mean, it goes on and on and on. I think it's a really nice selection put into a kit that you may not want to use all together, but you might want to use separately. I think it's a lot there for everybody, really.
Yeah, there really is, isn't there? There's just a stunning look and detail to this. And in total, there's 8 components. And how much does that work out for my 8 components, Toby? Sorry, I'm casually kind of signing to Toby like this, and he's going 53. 53 what? No, 8. £2.86.
Oh, wow.
That is for...
Gosh.
For, you know...
Yeah. Yes. In one of those rings, even.
That is astonishing, isn't it? I cannot get over that. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to treat yourself to these ones whilst you can, because I tell you what, when we're doing price points and deals like that, as you can imagine, they don't stick around for long at all. Hello everyone, it's nice to see you. Oh, hiya Shazza, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you, my love? Hello to Tina as well. Who else? Oh, I know Maureen. Hiya Maureen. And Joan. And hello, Debbie Bulford.
Hello, you.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good, good. Got a macrame board set out here.
I have indeed,
I
yes.
haven't seen you with a good old
different.
macrame board for ages.
Broad even, no.
Yeah,
no.
a broad board. You have got the
broad
larger
board.
size
I
after
have.
all. How are you, Debbie B?
I'm fine with you.
So go on, you're relaxing for the Easter holidays. What
I
else
am.
are you up to though?
What?
Are
I don't
you
know.
cooking a Sunday roast or?
No, not as far as I know.
No.
But probably going to visit parents, but besides that...
Oh, that'd be nice.
Just want to do something and not have anything organised.
No.
You know when you live by your diary of what you're doing, actually at weekends it's quite nice to say, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just going to run free.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but yeah.
I think that's a gorgeous idea. Oh, it would be fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, what a lovely array of textures, colours, bowls, pops, unique pieces that we've got here. First things first, let's, if we may, talk about the chainmail, because I haven't seen you do chainmail in quite some time, but
No.
you originally, for me anyway, queen of chainmail. If I had a question about chainmail, I'd be coming to you every single time. Talk to us a little bit about this piece and about your journey with chainmail.
Okay. Chainmail's one of my first loves, really. I absolutely adored it. And I haven't done it for a long time, as you know. But I took this kit away with me on my polymer clay weekend because I didn't get it till the day I left.
Oh, okay.
So we sat there with everybody else doing polymer clay. And I got it all out on the desk and said, right, what are we going to do then? And everybody helped me, which was very nice.
Lovely, bless them.
To decide what we're going to do. But I wanted to use the cord and the polymer clay, so the pink cord goes through those beads, which makes them move quite fluidly, which is lovely, rather than have the beading thread.
I might have a
It's really
twiddle of
nice.
that if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
they do. They sort of pop up
yes.
and down. Yeah.
Oh, that is beautiful movement that gives, isn't it?
Really nice.
I
wanted to
always
use them all
love
together.
chainmail. Looks just stunning.
If I had time, I would have done it all the way around. But I didn't have time. But I love that. I love that, especially the pink beads, the rose gold and pink that looks lovely together.
And speaking of all of the beads that you got, you did a whole collection of those in here.
I
but
did.
you also had them enough to do a bracelet.
I had 5 left over, so enough for the earrings and enough for the bracelet. And then I went on to those fabulous teardrops.
Oh, the
which
shell teardrops which you've used
gorgeous.
in the earrings and in the necklace as well. How were they to wear
They
with?
are beautiful. They are really beautiful. And that thread is that a 0.3 or a 0.6? I'm not sure, but they go through the teardrops, which I was quite surprised.
the
I thought
0.4,
they they'd be actually got small holes, but no, they haven't. They were really good.
Wow.
No, did the usual kumahimo, but I love those colours together in a braid. I think those colours look really lovely together. I think they work.
If anyone's not sure what kumihimo is, it's one of those words that I think sounds like, I don't know,
Yes,
some at a posh restaurant,
I know, they do
isn't
really,
it?
yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Would you like a finger bowl with your kumihimo? You know, it's a bit like that, isn't it? It's not though. It's actually a medium. It's a medium. And essentially it's about working with cords and moving cords in a different way so that they create a pattern. And that's exactly what Debbie Bulford's done here. So how many cords did you use with this one?
Well, I used the thicker cord. I used 2 strands on 2 weaves, 2 wefts, if you like.
Yeah.
And then used 4 on the purple and 4 on the pink. Because they're half the size. So
clever.
I love them though. I love doing those.
Really beautiful weave we've got there. Now, we are going to be looking at macrame today, which is what we've got kind of present in this bracelet design here.
Yes.
First things first, what is macrame for people who don't know at home?
The weaving of cords in whatever design that you wish. It started off with the corn dollies, and then that went through to the cords. And the corn dollies had the twist.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes, I do remember.
I used to make those
We
when I
used
was
to do them at
little.
school, primary school.
Well, that's where it started originally, and then it went on to cords, and then it went from being twisted, and it went into being the flat friendship weave, which we all know, and it just has evolved from there, really.
No, it's just gone bigger and better and bolder.
It has.
Phenomenal. So we're going to be learning how to create this piece that you can see on your screen now. And just to let you all know, ladies and gentlemen, that the kit that's currently on your screen is the kit that the lovely Debbie Bulford got sent not so long ago. But just to remind you, everything you can see on your screen now you are getting, but also with the addition of those beautiful drops of the shell. An amazing price point we did on that for you, we truly did. And Debbie B, you seem to have quite a large amount left,
I've
actually.
got a huge amount left. I could have done loads. I just ran out of time to do them, honestly, but I could have done loads. I could have done a lot more purples and what have you. Just loads in there. Absolutely loads.
This is just left over from the bead scoop alone.
Yeah.
And it goes to show you that's leftovers.
Yes.
And Debbie B, you've not been afraid to use the gemstones in these collections.
No, not at all. Not
so
at
you've
all.
got loads left over as well for other projects on other days.
That's right.
Okay, Debbie B, so let's dive on into the bracelet, shall we?
Now, I'm going to do something here that I know many people have seen before, but for anyone who's watching who's completely brand new. Really, really simple. I don't know how Mark starts his bracelet, so you probably know that better than me, having watched him. But how I was taught to do it, if we're going to do a clasp and we're going to cover the end, then it's easier to tie your cords together. If not, you can knot the whole thing together over a jump ring. I don't know how Mark does his. How does Mark do his?
Varies, I think. Actually, do you know what? We don't tend to discuss that with Mark, so it's quite interesting to see it.
Okay, sometimes you can just feed them through a jump ring and just put a crimp on if you want to and start your weave, but it depends what you want to do.
Okay.
With this one, I'm using 3 cords, the purple, the pink, and the centre cords, or the lazy cords as they're called. I'm using the thicker cream cord, just so it's got some substance to the necklace, bracelet rather. So I've put a little knot there of some extra cord, which I'll take off at the end and put a jump ring through. But that's just nice and secure to put through my board. It's something to start with. And so I'm going to separate these into pink one side and purple the other. So the purple, I'm going to go one side. And these macrame boards are great because they've got the grooves that you can just tuck the cords into, and it keeps it nice and neat and tidy. So I'm just going to do the weave that everybody knows, which is the friendship weave. So anybody who's thinking to do this with their children over Easter break, this is a perfect one for children to do because it's quite easy to pick up. Okay. So obviously, as always, you go over. I don't know how Mark does this, but over, over, under. So the pink thread goes in the original circle. So it's over, over, under, and through. And pull. And then you do it.
You're going under the white cords, aren't you?
All the way under, that's
Every
right.
time.
So you do it again. Over to make a D, like a little hoop here.
Yeah.
So go over. Pink goes over the purple ones
Over
that you
the
just
tail,
put down.
I see, yeah.
And then goes under all of these cords and back through the loop that you did originally. Okay. So pull that. Pull the purple ones. It's a bit difficult when you've got 2 cords here, but to see, but there you go. So if I just do 2 or 3 more, once you've got into the rhythm of it, it's quite easy to do.
You're making it look really easy.
Over,
super
under
quick.
and through. Yeah, once you get into the rhythm of it, it's quite quick. And then you'll start to see a pattern coming. And the pattern to look for is that you have a bar and a loop. So you have a bar on one side and a loop on the other. Bar and a loop.
Right.
You've seen that? If I hold that up to the camera.
Yeah, perfect.
So for those of you who haven't done it, sorry, here's my mic.
No, don't worry.
Those of you who haven't done it before, if I hold that, you've got a bar
yes.
here.
Bar, yeah.
Yeah?
Got ya.
You've got a bar, and then the loop is the purple loop that goes around.
Yep.
Yeah?
You've got
Bar
a bridge
here.
and a river. That's what I'm
Oh,
seeing.
have you? Oh,
Yeah.
Well done. Well, on the loopy side, you've gone loop to the right, so that tells you the next loop's got to go to the left. So if you put this down and you think, now what do I do?
Yeah,
You know what to do. So the loop has gone under the pink. So now this purple, you've got to do a loop going the opposite way.
Got you.
All right. I always get so confused when I put it down when I first started. And I used to look at it and think, well, now what do I do?
That's clever.
If the phone goes or something, what on earth do I do now?
So do look closer.
Sorry.
So if
There
the
we go.
postie rings with another
Yes.
JM delivery.
And that's quite, actually, when I started doing macrame, the one thing, I think I said this to Mark as well, go and do your weaves, but do yourself a couple of inches of a sample. And then put that in a pot or something with like a business card holder and say, right, okay, this is a square weave, this is this and that, and put samples of all your knots in, because it's a lot easier to learn from looking at what you've already done than looking at something that you've written down in words.
I get you.
Yeah?
I know what you mean.
So I used to do samples of the Chinese knots and everything, and I've got them in my, I've still got it now, a little business card holder, and I can just take it out and think, yeah, okay, now I'll just
I've
do that.
remembered now,
Yeah.
now that you've seen it.
Yeah.
That's really clever.
Because most crafters don't look at instructions, they look at pictures, don't we, I'm afraid?
Yeah, all the time.
Yep. So once you've gone down a little way, I've then taken one of my lazy cords, or my cream cords, and I've put on one of my beads. Now I've chosen the pink beads because they have huge holes, and so the larger cord goes through them really, really neatly. Okay, so I've gone round. You can see here I've got my loop in the pink this time, and my bar is in the purple, only because I started doing it with a different cord first of all. So I'm going to go the opposite way around here. And do it the other way. So have you done any macrame lately? Or are you into other things?
No,
What are you into at the moment?
really. I've got a new type of hook for me crochet that I'm trying to get my hands on. Is it Tunisian, is it? The really long crochet
don't ask me about
hooks.
crochet. I've only learnt to crochet about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, hey up, are you hooked?
No,
Little
not yet.
crochet banter? No. Hooked?
Not yet, because I'm not good enough, and
No.
I'm getting frustrated.
Oh, are you? Yeah, you have to take
Yeah.
your time with it.
You do, and I haven't had time to do it yet. Perhaps this weekend, when I'm not doing anything there.
That'd be a lovely idea.
Sit down and actually have a go at it, because you have to have time to practice, don't you?
Yeah, you do, especially when you're learning something.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes if you're learning a new skill, just like a lot of you at home might be watching now, you might have
Yeah.
never tried macrame. If the first time you try it, it doesn't work, make sure you're giving it another go quite soon after, because otherwise you can become a bit disheartened,
you
can't
get
you?
so fed up, don't you? You think,
Yeah.
oh, no, it's not working, it goes in the corner, never to be seen the light of day again.
Oh.
It's anything like me.
Have you had any mediums like that you've started a medium and then
Oh,
you've just gone, nah, can't be
Well,
bothered
not
now?
a medium, but I know with knitting, if I drop a stitch, I'm not one that can go back and pick it up, it just goes in the corner.
Do you know what? I find knitting nigh on impossible.
Do you? I love knitting. I can do Aran knitting and I can do a Fair Isle and all sorts, but if I drop a stitch, that's just
Are those the
gone.
name of different stitches?
Fair
are
Isle is
they?
the one where you get lots of patterns, you know?
Lovely.
Yeah.
I thought it was a place. It is, isn't
Well,
it?
it probably is actually.
I'm sure it is. Fair
probably
Isles.
is.
No? Fair Isles? Please. Fairy Isles. Fairy Isles? That's completely not a thing. Anyway, I tell you what is a thing, ladies
Yes,
and
go on.
gentlemen. These jump rings. It's an island in the North Sea.
Thank you.
It is.
You really do learn things on this programme, don't you? You really do.
I know. I'm a shock to shiver. I've got for you here, ladies and gentlemen, a really
dear.
stunning amount of jump rings. We've been talking about jump rings within the state of the chainmail, and these you can use in chainmail, but actually very, very different because these are your closed jump rings. Tell us a little bit about the goodies of closed jump rings, please.
Well, I like these because we had some similar, not the same size, but similar this morning. I thought it'd be nice to either put a gemstone inside,
Cute idea.
or to attach that to some chain and have, you know, a loop chain, and have a really long necklace. That'd be really nice.
That was a lovely idea.
Or as with Donna did this morning, I say put the transfers inside and make a little memory bracelet or necklace. I just think that would be really, really pretty. I so want to have a go at well done. I so want to have a go at that. What she's done this morning.
I think that's a really good idea.
I'm going to have a real go at that transfer.
And you can bake with these, can't you? You can bake these with your polymer.
You can indeed, and you could also fill them with resin, I suppose.
Ah, great idea. Yeah. Fill them with your resin. Oh, hey up. What about?
What?
Get your copper wire. Do a mini tree of life in it.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Thank you, Debbie Bulford.
I haven't seen a mini one. What's a good idea?
Well, no, I just came up with it. I haven't seen one either. But...
Or you could put an initial in there with Claire doing her writing. You could do an initial, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could. You could do. Now, I've just taken this to a whole nother level now. You could do a few of them, okay? So you could do a mini tree of life in the centre and then do a family tree of names.
Oh,
tree of life in the middle and then like initials for, you know, like...
In a frame.
RR.
Yeah.
BR. Whoever's in your family. You get me?
I do. I do.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Do
feel free to send in that design to the Wall of Fame if you want.
Yeah.
At £7.95 today, ladies and gentlemen, that is an absolute treat and a half. It really, really is. And I've got to say, I really like them just as demi rings. We call this design a demi ring, and it's something very fashionable. It has been for a while, actually. But you wear a normal size ring and then a demi ring or a midi ring, depending on where you wear it. I really like it like that. It's super comfortable as well.
I do, actually. It's
funky,
nice,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Super funky. But you get enough of them that you could do a demi ring, you could do a midi ring, you could do a pair of earrings. You could do so much with these. Chain, you could use them as a chain design, couldn't you?
They're lovely. A lovely pattern on them, isn't it?
Really gorgeous.
Pretty.
The way I describe it is almost a plain piece of wire with a textured piece of wire twisted together, isn't it? A little bit,
lovely.
Strangely, a little bit like with your macrame, using the different gauges. It's a bit like that, actually, isn't it?
It is. It is.
£7.95 for you there, ladies and gentlemen, for all of them. Well done to everybody. Okay, Debbie B.
Right, I've done a very, very, very short bracelet. So excuse me for doing this, but it's just quick. So take your cord endings. I'm just going to finish off the cord endings. So pop that onto your macrame. Fold it over. Hold it tight between your thumbnail and your fingers, and then fold them over. So fold one side and then fold the other side and make it nice and neat and tidy, and then that can be trimmed, and the same on the other side. And when you come to put your jump rings on, I wanted to sort of do some jump rings around the gemstones that are there. So took the larger jump ring and put that between, there's a little weave between the two stones. So put one ring through, if I can get that through. Go on, go.
Does talking to your jump rings help?
Yeah, I do all the time. Don't you?
A lot of guest designers do it. Oh yeah, I do that sort of thing all the time. Why though? Why do we do that?
I don't know. It's not as if they answer back. I mean, if they don't ever answer back...
Maybe that's why we do it.
Well, it's probably right, actually. It's probably the only things that don't answer back. It's quite good, isn't it? And then I'm going to do 3 small jump rings and then a larger jump ring, and again go through the loop on the opposite side. And all I've done along the bracelet is literally just repeated that. So I've put one section one side, one little loop the other side of the bead. So that's one side, one the other, and then I've just gone round all 3 beads with my jump rings, and that's all I've done. So I've done sections here of 3 little beads, 3 little jump rings, one large on one side and one large on the other side, and that is the pattern. So it's really, really simple. You can make up your own patterns and do flowers around them or something. But that's an easy way just to incorporate your chainmail into your macrame.
What a lovely mixed medium idea. And for anyone who's just tuned in and gone, oh, cord ends.
Oh, yeah.
They're important for this type of medium, aren't
they? They are.
Why are they important for this type of medium?
They just hide a multitude of sins, don't they?
They do, if you're right, they do.
All the little cords, and sometimes it's good actually, especially with straight cords and silky cords like this, to pop a tiny little bit of glue on the inside of your cord endings, just so it holds on, because sometimes they're so silky you can pull it and they can come off, can't you?
Absolutely agree with that. These are the cord ends you saw Debbie B using. Remember when she got the pliers and sort of squidged the two sides down? These were those, and we've got the opportunity to get our hands on these because I have got you your findings pack. This is your rose gold plated collection we've got here, and as you can see, you get the two little cord ends on each side, look. And like we said, cord in there, squeeze it down, hold nice and tightly, a bit of glue if you want it, and then you've got the extender and the S-shaped clasp attached, and that's what makes you undo and do your pieces. You get a few of them, you get a couple of them, you get 3 I think, yeah you do. But you also get loads of other goodies in here, such as these lovely head pins, really nice
lovely
detail
actually,
on them.
yes. They look almost like a bead cap, don't they, when they're on the bead?
Do you know what they remind me very much of? Those obsidian we had at the start of the show.
Oh yeah.
I'm just showing off my good memory, to be honest. But they really are, aren't they?
They're lovely.
Oh, isn't that pretty for spring?
They look like butterflies, don't they, almost, or flowers.
Especially when I do that, sort of move them. Oh, I love these ones. And you're right, they are a beading cap design because they're not flat. If I hold one up, you'll be able to see they have got more of a cap detail doming to them. But you get loads of other things in here, like these big, bold spaces, which we don't get to see. In fact, everything you see on your screen now, you'll be getting. And it all comes in a lovely little bag as well, which I always think is good because if you have a nosy at the back, you see this little tag here? We could put on there Jewellery Maker, we could put on there Ring Us Now, we could put our website or whatever, but we haven't. We've put handmade gemstone jewellery. That means that if you make and sell your jewellery, you could pop a little bracelet, say, in this bag. You've got a really nice bag there, and it just states that you're working with genuine gemstones, which I think is really nice because a lot of companies would just kind of plaster it with their own information, the website and everything else, but it just says handmade jewellery, so something that you can reuse time and time again, actually. So, great findings pack, all in that rose gold. Don't get to see a findings pack alone often, let alone it.
I can't remember the last time we had one on.
No, yonks it's been.
Yeah.
This price point today, £6.95. We don't get to see findings packs alone often at all,
no,
which is a shame because it's something that we all need.
Well, they're essential, aren't they?
They really
you
are,
cannot
genuinely.
make your jewellery without those.
Genuinely, if you're brand new today, okay, I'm going to tell you a little story. It's not enthralling, so I'll just set the bar low straight away. When I started working at Jewellery Maker, they had at the front desk a whole box load of these.
Yes.
Box loads, because they've been used by, I guess, designers, so like 1 or 2 head pins had been missing or been used, so we wouldn't have been able to, sell them on. And they had boxes, do you remember?
I do.
Help yourself it was. Now, me being me, went and took one, thinking that'll be enough. Lasted me an evening. Got back to her the next day. There was nothing else there. People literally walking out with pockets filled with findings like
Some
this.
people went out to the supermarket just to get this carrier bag. I remember that.
Yeah. Went to the supermarket just to get a carrier bag so they could take low time. But
funny.
as a new jewellery maker, I didn't know how many you would use.
No.
You use a lot. Just take
do.
that as a little tip. You really do. So get them whilst you can. Well done to everyone who got them. And like I say, for all of those components, which is 118 components in total, with the little bag, it's just £6.95. So well done to everyone. Whilst I'm here, Debbie B, we were discussing earlier the cutters, and we had loads of people messaging and going, hey up, there was more cutters there, the keen-eyed amongst you. Why aren't you doing them? Just because we ran out of time. I'm going to bring you some more Fat Daddy-O cutters now.
Right.
And I just want to ask you, first off, to tell us very briefly about the Fat Daddy-O cutters again for anyone who's just tuned in.
Okay, the Fat Daddy-O cutters are perfect for, not just for your jewellery, but for baking, if anyone's baking or what have you.
Baking cakes?
Yes, because you can put them in the oven, you can put them in the dishwasher, they're fabulous. They haven't got a seam on them, so for craft, for cutting things that you want a really crisp, neat edging, they're perfect. They're graduated in size, so you can do little boxes and do lids and bits and pieces. But the difference in size is amazing. You usually get 3 or 4 cutters, don't you, in a set? But these, There are loads.
You get absolutely loads of different ones here. This one is still sealed, so I won't open it so someone can treat themselves to it. You've got the round cutters that you can see there, loads of them on your screen, varying in size from the very dainty to the very large indeed. Surely perfect for bangles because of the shape of them.
Yeah, a lot of people use them for bangles, a lot of people use them for even making coasters for presents.
Hey, clever.
Things like that. You can do all sorts of things with these. But don't forget, you don't have to cut a circle. If you wanted to, you could use it to cut ovals, you know? If you have a circle, if you have a circle and you think, hold on a minute, I want it slightly smaller, you can move the cutter and cut them.
This way you're the guest designer and I'm not. That is clever.
You can cut your half moons for your, you know, little door plates or something like that.
Yes, moons. Oh, sorry, I was going smiles.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, half moons. Oh, brilliant idea. Your price point on these, ladies and gentlemen, the round collection, $14.95. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't seen the round collection myself before.
Haven't you?
No, so I don't think we do these ones that often.
No.
Feels like anyway. So a great little shape there for you. I haven't been seen since November, these ones. Can you believe that?
No, we couldn't get them in stock, no.
No, why?
They're just very hard to get hold of. There's only a couple of stockists.
Oh, so be quick on those ones.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet you could use different shapes together, couldn't you?
You could layer them. These ones are great for doing baubles at Christmas.
Yeah?
For decorating baubles on the Christmas tree.
That's an adorable idea.
Yeah.
I bet the teardrop shape quite popular because for me, flowers time and time again now.
Yeah, for flowers, yes, but
the way you said that sounds like no.
No, just that the two most popular designs made with these is if you use the larger ones and then you turn the point down so that goes over your cord and you're left with this lovely
veil.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I know exactly what you mean.
Or you can use one of the medium size, say like that.
Like this one here.
And you cut it down the centre and then you twist them out.
Yeah.
So it forms like this teardrop shape. It's really pretty.
Oh, I love that
You can do all sorts of things with these.
You can see how it comes in a mammoth range of sizes. This is just one of the medium-sized ones. But like we said, easy to wash, easy to work with. No seam, if you look at that. There's no start or end to this, as we said. So really nice finish you're going to get with these. But also a nice graduation in size on them as well. And lovely for creating your shapes and baking with them. I think if you did want to do sugar craft with these...
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and people do use them for that. Because of the being seamless.
Multi-purpose then. Oh, pasta.
Yeah, anything. Cookies.
Cookies?
Anything really.
Oh, this is a brilliant topic. And I could talk more, but I won't. Because today, £14.95. It's just a great price point. And you know, you can use all the different sizes and all the different shapes to create different looks and different appeals. And realistically, they can kind of link together nicely. Or graduated necklace, Debbie Bulford.
You can always use them for butterfly wings as well. I've seen people make big butterflies to go in the garden.
Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, I love this shape. Really I need this shape. I need this shape. Get them whilst you can, £14.95. Not seen since September. Get them whilst you can. One final shape.
I love this shape.
What do you call this?
They're called fans, aren't they? They're called fan? Yeah, they're lips, I think.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Frog face.
Frog face.
Frog face. Is he being rude?
Oh, yeah, they are. Excuse me. A bit harsh, but all right. I've been called worse. I've got... Yes, I do sort of see that, your frog face. Yeah.
Very nice, Becky. Container.
That is so exciting, isn't it? That's clever though, because people like me who are clumsy
will drop the lot.
Yeah, I dropped the lot, but I wouldn't have now. Anyway, do it the other way. You'll be able to see you've got that fan shape.
Yes, you have.
As you described them. Now, what is this a good shape for?
Well, I'll tell you what you're supposed to do with these is you take that, say that's your centre point, and for anybody out there who's got the square, then the squares
we did them earlier on
come up like graduation. So the square sits next to it. So if that's the centre, you've got your square that sits next to that, and then the next square, and the next square. So
you do a whole neckline piece, for example.
Yeah, but these are brilliant as lips. Whenever we do a workshop, we do some of these in bright pink glitter, And then all you do is you get a blade or something and you just push a line in between the two corners, put a hole in, and you've got these fabulous shiny red or pink glitter lips.
Oh, I love
as
that.
key rings, and they sell like hotcakes.
I
They
bet.
really do.
I bet they do.
Really good fun. They're good fun.
Fab different range of sizes. Let me show you from the smallest to the largest. You can see the difference. Makes a really big difference. Get your lips around these. Your price point today. $14.95 again. I mean, it's amazing that we're able to keep this price point on all of the different shapes, actually,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Yes, because some have got more than others. But with these, you can also do 3 or 4 different shapes and fit them together.
Nice
you know,
idea.
you could fit them together to make a circle or something and do them in different colours or put beads in between. What you can do is just amazing.
You know, when you were younger and you used to make board games?
Yeah.
It's those kind of shapes you could use.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I agree.
Love those. Hello, text messenger. Hello, Josephine. Lovely to see you. Hi, lovely Becky and team. And oh, hello, lovely. And hi to the lovely, talented Debbie. I must let you know that I think your polymer work is fantastic, and I've always watched you and learned so much from you. You also inspired me with chainmail, and I have made many pieces, and I have learned so much from you. There is more.
Can I say that all guest designers love to get texts from you, because it makes our life far better. We're sitting at home for hours and hours and hours making these things. Is anybody going to watch this? So thank you very much. It is appreciated. Thank you.
And Josephine says she looks forward to watching many more shows with you. That is lovely. It really is lovely. And I think you're right. Me too. You know, chainmail and polymer clay. I know. $14.95 for you today on this. Now, Debbie Bulford, I'm going to carry on letting you have a little bit more time on your opal challenge.
Gosh, we haven't really started it. Yes, I should do that.
You haven't started?
Well, I have started, but I haven't quite, made anything yet.
Yeah. Does that mean you've cut the strands, Debbie Bulford?
Yeah.
That's it. Cut the strand.
Yeah.
I'm going to be back with Debbie Bulford in a little, about an hour.
Okay.
About an hour.
Yeah.
Okay. About an hour. Now, we are going to be back with Debbie B in about an hour. And the fact of the matter is, everybody, that we've got a few more treats to fit in before that. Now, there's loads and loads and loads and loads of goodies coming up in this final hour. Don't forget, deal of the day is just around the corner. But right now, very rolly, some of these rounds. Very rolly. We're going to do the black agates. Oh, these are beautiful, and I know that you'll be a fan of these, Debbie Bulford, because very much like yourself, they're very elegant and classical.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
I was hoping
they are lovely. They are lovely, actually.
They are beautiful, aren't they?
They are.
Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is a stunner of a strand, and it is your black agate. Really beautifully faceted, giving you a lustrous appearance on the back of this black gemstone. But also you will be able to see those areas of light and shade and banding. You've got areas in here of translucency, excuse me, and also areas in here where you get this wonderful mottled-like design and effect. I love the lines that go around this, each and every one layering up, showing you very much how Mother Nature created each one of these. It is a really unique and individual strand, and I feel like we don't get to see that much of your black gemstones, let alone with that stunning juxtaposition of the white occurring. The fact of the matter is that I'm not just bringing you one strand. Oh no, I've got 2 of these strands for you here, ladies and gentlemen. And each of them are, you've got a 9 and a 10 mil on these ones. Now, having that difference of just a mil actually can mean quite a lot, can't it, Debbie Bulford?
It can actually. I don't know why, but it makes even more difference when they're faceted. I don't know why, but it does.
Yeah.
The sparkle's different, whether it's the amount of facets that you see.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, there is a difference. They're beautiful. They would be my stash beads Without a doubt, they're gorgeous.
Really are stunners,
yeah,
aren't they?
They're lovely.
Unusual for us to see a piece like this, unusual for us to see a collection like this, but now you have the opportunity to own not one, but 2 strands. Your price point today. That is a low price. Wow. Sorry, don't forget for me, okay? We're usually for individual strands allowed to go to £6.95 and that's it. If we went to £6.95 on these ones, you'd be etching up close to £14. So £7.95 really is an absolute corker, isn't it?
Sorry, is that for 2?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me. That's amazing.
That's not what you'd normally expect, is it?
No, not at all.
What would you make for these? Oh, say there's someone at home who's sat looking at these gorgeous, real deal, genuine gemstones, sparkling away and thinking, oh, what could I make with them? What would you suggest as a really simple make with them?
I would probably say probably a stretchy bracelet for somebody who's just started.
Good
It's
shout.
really, really simple. A stretchy bracelet with a nice, one of the lovely jump rings we had on earlier, a couple of those at the front, which would look just stunning. And then I would just restrand it with a tiny little silver bead in the middle. Oh, look at that, 2 or 3 of those, aren't they fabulous? That's all you need, really.
Really eye-catching look.
And then I'd
wouldn't it?
restrand the necklace just with a tiny silver or whatever bead, whatever colour ring you're using, just in between. And you're done, really, aren't you? 2 for an earring and you've got a set of jewellery.
Oh, way up. I like the path you're on with this, Debbie
Just
Bulford.
simple, you don't need to do anything else, do you?
No.
You really don't.
Really simple. Pure and simple, they'll be there for you. As hearsay once sung. Now, very quickly, just before I jet in to the final hour, I'm bringing to you another duo collection. That would go so well with those agate, I don't think they should be parted at all. Real deal, genuine moonstone. Gorgeous white moonstone we've got here. Now, you have got the opportunity to get your hands on a really stunning duo of natural gemstones. Beautiful pairing, ridiculous price points. Avert your eyes. I know it's silly, and 94 just goes to prove how silly it is. Whilst we're getting over the ridiculousness that is £5.94. You better stay exactly where you are because we're going to head on over to a break. After the break, deal of the day and brand new Zambian amethyst. Me, Debbie B and everyone else will be back with you after this break.